this show, which I've been watching every season, got a little behind, got almost caught up with season 3. They've been renewed for season 4. It is the show. It is like the most popular trending show right now. I'm telling you, Mormons are they're so hot right now. There's no better way to say it. All right. They are ridiculous how this show has just like skyrocketed in views. Thank you, TLC. So thanks for the laughs. Thank you for being a member for 51 months. I appreciate that. It's insane how popular the show is. So I needed to get caught up. All right. Now the reunion for season 3, right? Is that what it was? I'm so confused. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 3 reunion, I believe, dropped yesterday or today. Okay. I haven't watched that yet, but I have watched almost all of season 3. And if you haven't watched the show, it's on Hulu. It's insanely entertaining. Yeah, the Osmonds must be a gasp. It's a lot. And it's infuriating. And it's also very entertaining. And it's a train wreck. But it is explaining even more about, to me, like the LaurenMatthias situation and kind of how she operates, seeing these young women and how they speak about how they're indoctrinated and with the Mormon church and all this stuff. Okay. So I do want to hit on some things that are just cuckoo bananas pissing me off about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, or even just like roast it up a little bit. So we're in season 3. I talked to you guys previously. Every episode starts, or every season starts like, will mom talk survive this? No. There's always people on the outs. Whitney, who was on Dancing with the Stars, she keeps quitting. She came back this year because she got to audition for Dancing with the Stars if she came back. And they're like, are you here for friendship? Are you here to audition for Dancing with the Stars? And she's like, I'm here to audition for Dancing with the Stars. Like, Whitney is the worst friend out of all of them. Like, well, I don't know. Demi is probably the worst friend. But Whitney no. Whitney is so good at making herself the victim. It's crazy. Yes. And on the side with TLC, thank you for the super chat, says, my guest popularity due to Taylor. Yes. Taylor Frankie Paul, who's like the leader of Mom Talk. And she's also going to be the next Bachelorette, I guess. But it's always, so this season started no different with, will Mom Talk survive? Whitney's on the outs. We haven't accepted Miranda because Miranda is an original Mom Talker with Taylor Frankie Paul, also part of the soft swinging scandal, because this whole show started about these moms on TikTok, but they were Mormon, so they called it Mom Talk, but not because they were moms, because they were Mormon. Make it make sense. I don't know. And then it got really popular on TikTok. And then it got outed that there was soft swinging, which basically means they were sharing their spouses with each other, some of them, but softly, lovingly. You're not supposed to penetrate. I think I don't know, maybe soaking. I'm not sure. Kissing, making out, things like that. So Miranda is one of the OGs, but she separated herself when the scandal, the soft swinging scandal started, because she was like, I'm embarrassed. And so did another young woman. And Taylor Frankie Paul really has been the one who is so open about it. And she really is the most honest of all the Mormon wives. Like, it's not even close. Like, she just lays it all out there, where some of them still try to like hide things. She was like, yeah, we're doing some soft swinging. And then she got caught during the soft swinging scandal going a little harder, because you're supposed to keep it soft. And she went a little harder. So anyways, so every season is like, who's going to be in Mom Talk? I don't know if we're going to survive Mom Talk. Like, every freaking time. And I'm like, I think it's going to survive Mom Talk. Well, this season has been even crazier, because like we talked about previously, the Mom Talk ladies, the lady all the way in the back right corner here, who I'm circling her head to me, she's the topic of a lot of scandal. And also her husband likes to drink her urine. Allegedly, you guys, it's the Fruity Pebbles. That's what they called it, I guess. And then it's come out now. Her husband's like 100. She's younger. It's a whole thing. Okay. And yeah, Mom Talk is doing just fine, right, Evelyn? I told my husband, Shell RN, he has to watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives with me. He's like, is there a show you want me to watch with you? And I go, this one. He's going to hate it. He's going to hate it. Who shared this information? Well, Demi did. And when she fell out with Jessie, who's right here, this lady who owns a hair place and hair extensions and stuff, she told the world because there's a whole thing. There's a cheating scandal. There's a crossover with Vanderpump Rules, Vanderpump Villa. And there's this guy, Marciano, who is like not attractive and doesn't have a good personality and wears women's blazers. I don't understand it. I don't. I'll be honest. Maybe I've aged out. I have no idea. But for those of you that watch, if you know who this Marciano is, who is now, allegedly kissed Demi, who's married, and then had an emotional affair with Jessie here, and is the reason her and her husband are separated, and then they also kissed twice, I'd be like, you'd be like, what? Let me show you this man. Okay. I don't know what's going on with me, but even the new cast of Vanderpump Rules, which I'm going to watch the new season and let you guys know how it is. Who are those people? I'm going to watch it, but like, what? Why are they? Huh? I was looking at them. I'm like, I just don't think any of them look that interesting. I could be wrong, but also they're like, oh my God, this one's so hot. And I'm like, says who? And I know it's subjective and all the things, but if you look at that cast compared to the previous, and that I only say that because it is very prevalent that they be like attractive and their sassiness, but yeah, it's not lemonade. And this is how I feel when I saw this man. I go, you guys are blowing up your lives for him? You guys are blowing up your lives for him. Okay, so let me show you this guy. And maybe you're like, Jolene, what are you talking about? This is the guy. This is the guy. I'm just going to show you. And then on the right is Jessie in this picture I'm about to show you. This is who everyone is blowing up their lives for. Okay, and I would argue you have to at least be like hot or nice or smart or something. Him. What?
No.
Roasted.
Him. And then he's out here lying, saying that he had sexual intercourse with Jessie this season. So she's having to defend herself like, no, it was just an emotional affair. No, we just kissed twice. And he's like, we banged. For him. He looks like a weird neighbor that you don't let the kids around. Like, no, don't go to his house. No, not on Halloween. Stay away. He curls his bangs under. He has 1992 soccer mom hair. We're blowing up our lives for him? So then they take a lie detector test this season because then he's like, oh, just kidding, I lied. We didn't really bang. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you didn't really bang? Why are you telling people you banged? You're like 50. I don't know how old this man is. I think he's like in his 30s, but everybody looks 50. Everybody looks 50 because everyone is getting Botox at 12. So everyone looks 100 by the time they're 30. And whoever's doing this to these people need to stop. All right. But I'm pretty sure my mom and all her friends had this haircut and this style that this gentleman has in the early 90s. This was a very mom-friendly, mom on the go, soccer mom haircut, businesswoman. I'm getting shit done. My period don't stop me from doing shit haircut. And this man has it. He gets lip filler. I don't know. What are you guys' takes on men who get lip filter? Okay, whatever. To each their own. But also, get off our ride. All right? The beauty standards are high for women. You know, the patriarchy holds that against us. And we have to get all this stuff. And now you're just jumping on our ride. All of a sudden, men started wearing pearl necklaces. And I was like, can we have nothing without you people appropriating our woman culture? And I'm not saying I hate it. Some guys can pull it off, but like, get off our ride. Okay, we have to go through enough. And they're just taking up all the lip filler. What if there's none left for us? I mean, obviously, you're like, probably, Joleen, you haven't gotten any lip filler. I haven't. Because I'm afraid. I'm not saying I never would. I'm just scared. Because one time I saw a lady on Celebrity BBUK, and I know I've told this before, who had lip filler. And she had so much lip filler that she was eating soup, and it was dribbling down her lips, and she didn't know it.
It's inappropriate.
She had hot soup burning her lips, and someone had to go, you have soup on your lips. She's like, what? If I can't not feel my lips anymore, I'm just going to be drooling on myself and it'll be so hot. And maybe that's just a bad dermatologist, a bad plastic surgeon. But no, I can't have soup dripping down my lips. I need to know if the tomato bisque is in my mouth or out of my mouth. That's just basic. So he gets lip filler, he gets all the things, and he's lying about having sex with Jesse, then finally clears the air and says, not lying, or I am lying. And Demi, the other gal who you used to be friends with, she kind of told me to set you up. And I'm like, and then he goes back on that. So you can't trust anything this man says. Okay. Also, let's be honest. The guy looks like a walking STD. A little STI. We got to be careful. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. We have to protect our baby doors from guys like this. All right? Because they're not going to protect us. He's the type's like, no, baby, it's fine. I've been tested. And you're like, really? Yeah. But really, he was talking about a COVID-19 test. He stuck something up his nose before he'll actually get his genitalia tested. Okay? Just icky. Just icky. Icky, icky. He's not even Mormon. He's just coming in. And these girls are like, hi. Now, I will tell you, I know it'll be a shocker, but this guy is actually cuter than Jesse's husband.
Boom.
And I'm not saying I'm a model here, okay? But Jesse's husband is a whole nother story. So Jesse has this emotional affair. You guys, on her husband, Jordan or something. I don't know. He's such a Jordan. You know what I mean? He's such a Jordan. And Jordan, I got to show you guys a picture. Lives of Mormon wives. And you might say, it's not all about looks. And it's not. It's not all about looks at all. But when you're an asshole, you better bring something else to the table. Do you know what I'm saying? So Jesse's husband, who she's been with, is a blockhead. Like I think he's in the Lego movie. Like it's crazy. Okay. I don't know, you guys. I'm just, and he's emotionally abusive. It's come out this year that he is emo abusive for years. And on these episodes, oh my God, he is like yelling at her. And he just, the one thing that stuck out for me is when he found out that his wife was having this emotional affair. He said, he was not like, my heart's broken. I'm hurt. I love you. I want to make this better. He said, this emasculates me.
No.
This is what he keeps saying because he thinks, let me show you a picture of this guy. He thinks that his wife's affair just takes away from his manhood. That's all he's worried about. That's what he tells his buddy. He's best friends with Taylor Frankie Paul, the chick who's going to be the bachelorette with her baby daddy, and he's a whole problem himself. And so he's like, this is making me feel like less of a man. Now, meanwhile, Jessie is busy. She's busy getting emotionally abused. She's busy running a business. She's busy making all the money for the family because I don't know what this Jordan does. And he's like, ugh, and yelling at her. And he's just gross. He's just gross. Okay, this is actually a decent picture of him. But if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. He married up and he probably talks to her the way he does because he knows he married up and he has, under their,
Your Patreon.
their patriarchal religious beliefs, he believes that, he can talk to his wife and emotionally abuse her. He can talk to her that way. Okay, Jesse from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives' husband. I mean, he's just a dork. I have never, normally when I see, on these things and people get cheated on, I'm like, oh, this is horrible. And at first I was like, oh, Jesse, no. No, Jesse, no. Why, Jesse, why? But this is like the first time in maybe forever that I'm rooting for the cheater.
Allegedly.
Have you ever met someone, seen someone, you're like, you could get cheated on, I'd be okay with that. Allegedly. Okay. Allegedly.
Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright.
And I think it's because he's just that awful. The way he talks to her, the way he is, the shape of his head, like all the things. Okay. And we're having some jokes. But we're also telling some truths here. All right. He's an insecure baby man. Right? Normally I'd be like, oh my God. At first I'm like, Jesse, don't do that. Get out of the marriage. It's never good to cheat. But then the more this guy was talking, the more her husband, Jordan or whatever his name is, was talking. I was like, you should cheat on him again. Jesse even went and did the lie detector test with this Marciano, the guy she was cheating with, and then invited him to dinner. And I was like, ooh, that's not good. That's not good. But then she called her husband and I was like, nah, I think you should bang him. Like, I think you should just think. So it should be done. So it just should be done. I know you're not supposed to be cheering for the cheater, but in this situation, this man is forcing me to. And Jesse's not innocent. She's got her own shady ways. But, oh my God, when Layla asked Cindy, so this Jesse, now they're like taking a break. They're separated. They're like 2 days on, 2 days off at the house that Jesse bought. Because Jesse has a very successful business and the show. And Jordan, we don't know what he's doing except for being emotionally abusive. Okay. So he says, Jesse, you can't come home. I'm having all of our friends over, because he feels as though the friends don't feel bad enough for him, that he was emasculated by the emotional affair his wife had with Marciano from Vanderpump Villa. He says, I don't think my friends see how horrible Jesse is, because he thinks that the women, the mom talk women, her friends, are being too supportive. And maybe they're the reason too that Marciano went to dinner with them after the lie detector test.
Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
So he's blaming the other women. So all these men get together. And it is so clear that they just value the opinions of other men. And they just respect the dad talk guys. The dads. That's what they call themselves, dad talk. They respect each other and each other's opinions more than their own wives. All right? And so they're just like, he's like, you guys, I know you don't tell your wives what to do, but maybe you should tell your wives what to do, because they are allowing my wife's emotional affair partner to go to dinner with them. So maybe you should tell them that they should say something. And it's like, what? Why is that their responsibility to stop your wife from cheating on you, sir? So he has all the friends over, and he wore Daisy Dukes. He was like, come on, baby, kick them daisies. Like,
Dip my dunk in between your donut.
him and Taylor's baby daddy, Dakota, had little itty bitty shorts on where you could basically see up their shorts. I was like, wow, sluts. You know what I mean? If we're going to be slut shaming women, we better start slut shaming the men.
You're despicable.
It was gross. You could see the little netting in their shorts because they man spread. I'm sorry, be a lady. All right. If you're going to wear that stuff, you're going to wear the short shorts, close your legs. Okay. Like Nene said, close your legs to married men. Right? Brandy Boo, men respecting men over women. Never. And it's just so clear and so blatant. So he has them over and he's cooking steaks, and Jessie can't come home to her own house. She has to go away. And he's like, you guys, my wife had the emotional affair. And then you guys went out of town and you did a lie detector test so her name could be cleared, which I get. But then you invited him to dinner, Marciano. He cheated on me. And they're like, okay, well, we didn't tell her to invite him. But like, you just stopped it. And they're like, what? No, it's not our job to stop your wife. Maybe you should not be emotionally abusive to your wife. So then the women chime in, like Macy, who the men, oh my God. Macy sometimes can be annoying, but let me tell you, Macy is amazing because she scares the men so much.
Dip my dunk in between your
She
donuts.
scares them. And I love any woman that scares problematic men. Like, I love it. So he's like, and you, Macy, as the leader. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? First of all, maybe learn how to treat your wife. And this all won't be happening. So don't come at me. Don't come at me. Also, she's pregnant. Macy's like 9, 10, 12 months pregnant. Another cast member, super preggers, Michaela, Jen Affleck, maybe not related to Ben Affleck. Okay, super preggers. So he's coming at these pregnant women being like, you're going to stop my wife from inviting her emotional affair guy to dinner. And they're like, what, bitch? No, you should treat your wife better. Because now what we know about you, we also don't feel so bad about it. We're not telling her to cheat on you, but bro, maybe don't call your wife names and scream at her. Maybe she won't seek emotional refuge with another man. I don't know. Novel idea. Okay. Oh my God. It was uncomfortable.
And this was becoming uncomfortable for me.
So this whole him making the steaks, his little barbecue, his little sad boy journey fails because the women are like, I'm sorry, I'm creating life. I'm building a baby. Okay, you can't even build a bear. I'm building a baby in my body. And you're going to come at me over your wife? We're not doing that. Okay, she's our friend. How weird would that be if your friend's husband wanted to meet? It was almost like they were like, we got to put all the men were like, we got to put these women in check. We got to do it now. So get your ladies together, head over to my house. I'll make steaks and I'll wear short shorts where you can almost see my balls. Okay. And then we will tell these women, you better get Jessie in check because she's emasculating me. And I'm like, oh my
Christian
God.
conservative terrorists. It's porno flicks. It's the East Coast. No, it's the West Coast.
She's
It's
emasculating
public
me.
schools. It's asbestos. It's mentholated. It's techno.
Yeah, it's almost like a cult. So it blew up in his face. Him trying to get the men to get their wives in check. Because even Macy's husband, who is, there are husbands that aren't as bad as other husbands. And they seem to have like a nice relationship for, what the show is. Even he talked to Mason. He's like, well, I mean, he said, she's like, what? No. What? So you're supposed to get us in line? Like, no, I'm pregnant. I don't have time for this. Maybe I know too much about their relationship now. So it was so freaking weird that this guy was doing that. But here we are. Okay. So in addition to all this going down, and you can tell that Jessie, like she says, oh, I want to save my marriage. But she don't really want to save her marriage. Because she's like, I can't promise you that I'm never going to see Marciano again.
You're terrible, Muriel.
She couldn't promise that she was never going to see the guy that she was having an emotional affair with on her husband again. She's like, I can't promise. Like, that's how bad this dude is. Promise. Like, oh my God. Oh, Lordy. Here we go. So all that's going on. Meanwhile, Demi and Whitney still on the out to mom talk. Demi is keeping the rumor going that Jessie has had sex with Marciano, even though Jessie's like, no, it was just an emotional affair and we just kissed twice. And they both passed the polygraph on that they took on the show. Now, Demi, there's allegations out there that Demi and Marciano hooked up, did a little kissy. And she's like, no. And she's went back and forth. And now she's come out and be like, he actually touched me. I didn't want him to touch me.
What?
Everyone's like, what? So it went from they were texting, they were friends, they were flirting at Vanderpump Villa. I guess it was featured on last season of Vanderpump Villa. And now she's like, no. He actually, I don't know. She said he grabbed, who knows? But it is just a hot mess. And so Demi sees them at an event because they still all have to be at these brand events. And she's yelling from across a brand event where they're all wearing like flower dresses. And she was like, she gave him the WWE, like, suck it, the NLO, suck it from back in the day. And she was like, Jesse, how was effing Marciano 2 times? And I'm like, oh,
You can go, little girl.
Demi is like the devil. She's like a devil girlfriend you never want. She will use everything against you. Let me pull up a picture of Demi and Jesse. Demi's horrible. She was the one last season who was like, I'm a favorite. I'm a fan favorite. And then she tried to get her best friend Jesse like kicked off the show so she could get paid more money. And then they both get in this, Jesse and Demi get in this weird love triangle with this Marciano with the lip filler. But Demi is like the devil. She's awful. The more I watch of this woman, like the first season I watched her, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, whatevs. Oh, no. She's pretty bad. So Demi's on the left, Marciano in the middle, Jesse on the right. Demi will destroy your whole life. She will lie. It's horrible. Yeah, the chats are really behind for me. I'm not sure why, you guys. Something's going on with YouTube, StreamYard. Something's happening. So apologies if I'm not seeing all of your stuff here. Yeah, like Evelyn's saying, Demi really broke bad after being a fan favorite. Like she really dropped the ball. She was a fan favorite and now she's just horrible. They do look the same, which could be why this gentleman, you know, Marciano, he thought he was having an emotional affair with Demi, and really he was having an emotional affair with Jesse.
Allegedly.
He was like, I can't tell you people apart. I can't tell you women apart because they all get the same work done in Mormon land, allegedly. Okay. That's just,
Oh my God.
I didn't make the rules. Apparently that's like indoctrinated in these women too. Like this perfection, this image of being perfect for God, perfect for Joseph Smith or some shit. Obviously, allegedly. Okay.
Allegedly.
But cuckoo bananas. So Demi's out there just, you know, I don't need this. And now she again is begging to get back into mom talk. And saying, I am a victim of a horrific sexual harassment, possibly essay. This guy touched me. And then she's comparing it to the harassment essay that other cast members went through when they were like children or through marriages. Like it's really gross what Demi's doing. And it seems like she's only doing it to get out of being held accountable for having an inappropriate relationship with this Marciano. But it's hard for the other women to say this because you don't want to deny another woman who's coming forward with something. And so she uses that against them. So it's so gross because she'll be like, Macy, well, you have to believe me that Marciano touched me. I didn't want him to because you were in a previous relationship. I think it was Macy's first marriage where she was like, went through SA abuse, like horrible. And then also Michaela, who this had SA happen to her for years when she was a child. She's like, you have to believe me too, because you've been through it. And they're like, this is very different what we went through than what you're claiming. So that part of the show, I'm like, oh, get rid of Demi. Get rid of her. It is yucky, gross. Okay. So then we have Michaela and Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and her husband. Now, Michaela has had quite the journey. She's got chronic illness. She opened up previously and continues to on these seasons about her being abused as a child, like starting at the age of 8, you know, just horrific. And her mom not believing her. And it's just like, oh, so you're really like cheering for Michaela as she opens up about, you know, she's very brave. She's very vulnerable about what has happened to her and also how it has affected her because she's only like 25 years old. So this happened, I believe it went on from like 8 to when she was a teenager. And then she meets this guy, her husband, Jace, when she was 16 and he was 20.
You're terrible, Muriel.
And then she's pregnant with his baby when she's 17 and he's 21 and they get married.
What?
Both Mormon city. So such a tragic story. And now they have like 4 kids. So she's opened up about this on Season. She's starting to go to therapy for it. She has chronic illness, like these like skin issues and things that a lot of people say could be allegedly, you know, attributed to all of her trauma. So she's just putting this all out there for the world. Meanwhile, this season, her husband, Jace, is like, oh, I just feel like we're not having enough sex.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what? Yeah, you have 4 children with this woman, you weirdo. Okay. And a lot of people are like, I like Jace. He's so understanding with Michaela.
What?
What does he want, a medal? His wife had some severe childhood trauma. And he was an adult when he met her and impregnated her. And then they got married, which I guess is legal in Utah. There's some like Romeo and Juliet law or something. Feel free to correct me.
Allegedly.
Okay, I'm just a comedian. I'm not, you know, law enforcement here. But I'm thinking, bro, how are you not having sex? You got 4 children. She is pregnant. She is going through sexual trauma. She's dealing with that. Also a chronic illness. And as he's saying this, she's currently like 8 months pregnant. Like she's super preggers. And they go on, you know, with the rest of the Mom Talk people, they go to Los Angeles for like a press tour. And then they come out near me to go to Stagecoach, which is like country music's Coachella. And it's held at the same spot as Coachella. And they're staying in this big mansion. And he's like, yeah, I can't wait for you to get home. And then we'll do it. It's like, you already did it. She's pregnant, sir.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
And then he's like, maybe we can get in the hot tub. Are pregnant women even supposed to go in the hot tub? So she's dangling her feet there. She's tired. She's at Stagecoach all day. She's making all the money. Because again, another one guy, he doesn't work, which is fine and dandy Randy. But he somehow thinks he still is entitled to unlimited sex from her. So she's got to pop out all these babies, deal with her own childhood trauma, her chronic illness, raise the kids, make all the money. And then he just sits there with his curly hair, twiddling his mustache, occasionally playing the piano and being like, I really wish we could have more sex. Like, what? Sir, I'm sorry. No, that's not how it works. And he keeps inviting her in the hot tub and and so he gets like upset about this. And she, you know, they do have obviously communication issues. She's 25. Now he's like 29 or 30. She's just now dealing with all this trauma in her childhood. They got married before. I mean, technically, I think her brain just fully developed. What is that, 25 when your brain fully develops? And he's over there going, I wish I could do it like 3 times a day with her. 3 times a day?
You can go, little girl.
No, Curly Sue. You're not doing it 3. She's pregnant. She's literally cooking a baby inside of her 3 times a day. Get a job, sir. Get a job. You need a jobby job. Okay? 3 times a day. And she's preggers. Oh my, give him heartburn. Like, I can't with this guy. And then the rest of they've all these women have been in such, you know, they've been so conditioned in this church and the patriarchy and just that you got to please the men, everything for the men, you got to be perfect, all this. So they're all like, I just think so now we're finally starting to see the cracks in Michaela and Jace's, you know, foundation and relationship, which were always there. But the other moms are like, I just thought you guys were like perfect. So yeah, I just feel like Jace is such a good guy. I'm just like, no.
It's an urban legend that never happened.
So they're starting to go to therapy. It's good that he's encouraging her to go to therapy. And then the therapist also said they should do couples therapy, which she didn't necessarily want to. She kind of wanted to get to the root of her own sexual abuse and trauma before she started going to therapy with his ass, you know? And the therapist, I don't know, let me know if there's any therapists in the chat, but wouldn't it be important for her to work on her stuff first? Like, allow her to work on her stuff before we're just like, now we'll invite him in. Like, she isn't even comfortable saying some of the things that happened to her as a child out loud, let alone in front of him. And there's so much shame surrounding sex in society anyways for women, let alone in like, you know, religion and Mormonism. So it's just crazy. Okay. I don't know why the chat is not loading here on StreamYard, so I have my phone up so I can see you guys' comments. So thank you guys. Keep commenting, but for some reason it's just StreamYard's like, you didn't do what we wanted. You didn't do the vertical and the landscape. So I'm literally watching this last night. It's like 3 a.m. I'm up still watching this. I'm watching this Jay's guy, like, I hate him. And everyone's like, he's so great. I'm like, no, he's not. So he's encouraging her to go to therapy. Yeah, but it's only so that he can get laid. That's what it seems like. Now he does say things like, well, it's also, I want to work on, you know, the emotional connection, because she has a hard time saying, I love you. Yet I've seen her say I love you to him like a million times. He's like, but in passing, she'll say it. So nothing's ever enough. What I've noticed for all of these women on the Mormon Wives is it's never enough. They make all the money. They stay beautiful and young and do all the surgeries and the things. They're trying to please their husbands sexually while like 14 months pregnant. Okay. They're taking care of the kids. They're literally doing everything. And the husbands are still like, I need more. I need more. And these poor women just are like, okay, I guess I'll go get my lips filled again. I guess what? They're doing the cooking, the clean, the everything. And the guys are like, but I want more vagina. Like, I think I like more vagina. Oh, good. The comments are loading again on here. I don't know what it is, Lemon Baked, but I'm having such issues with it. So this season has now come to an end. And there's a reunion, which is I got to watch the reunion. We got to roast up the reunion because Stassi from Vanderpump Rules and Vanderpump Villa host it, and I guess everyone's like, it sucks. And it was only like an hour long, and there's so much going on this season that they need to like break down, and I guess they're saving it for the next season, which they've done in previous reunions. They've been like, well, wait for season 3 and you'll see. But I guess like the Marciano storyline, which was huge this season with Jesse and Demi, wasn't even touched on at the reunion, but I'll wait and see for myself. But there's a lot of criticism because formerly the last reunion they had Nick Viall host it. You know how I feel about Nick Viall. Not great. Okay. In the words of Dorinda Medley, not well, bitch. All right. He didn't do horrible hosting the reunion. So then when they said Stassi, I'm like, okay, I guess it could make sense because she was on Vanderpump Villa. So she would have been, you know, she knows the players, she knows Marciano, then she know, you know, whatever. But I guess it wasn't good. So I will look back at that. And then Taylor, she got back, I guess, with Dakota for a second. I still have like 2 episodes left for the season to finish, to be up to date. And I'm on the episode where they're at Stagecoach, they're getting back together, and he's lied again because he's cheated again. This guy just keeps lying and cheating. And I guess he had an emotional affair, maybe with one of her mom's friends.
You can go, little girl.
I don't know. It's a family friend. And Taylor just really wants to take him back. And they have this great sexual chemistry, she says.
What?
And he's just a big goober and just a dork. And another one who's like, I'm a man, but you don't do nothing. You do nothing. You don't do anything. I'm a man. But what do you bring to the table besides being tall? Okay, you might be 6'4". Got it. Who cares? What else do you bring? Nothing. Lying, cheating. You know, he hooked up with her when he was like a couple months or something, or maybe even less than a year sober off of heroin. And he came in, he was like, you can't drink, you can't do it, which is fine. As a sober person myself and understanding, sobriety, because I'm an alcoholic, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You want to be with someone, that works for you, that doesn't drink. I know I prefer that, and that works in my relationship. And I was just very lucky that my husband never really enjoyed drinking, so he rarely would drink. I was the one that was like, give me another one and another one. But Taylor liked to party, and he just came in. I don't even know where this dude came from. I think she might have met him on Instagram or something. But he is a whole mess. And they got pregnant right away. And then he started calling shots and lying. And then he was like sexting and Thank you guys for coming over from Hellas. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. McButter says, thank God my wife doesn't drink either, so I get it, so but it's one thing for him to be like, that's what I want out of life, but to just come in and demand it as like a newly sober person. First of all, when you're that newly sober, you're technically not supposed to start new relationships. If he was going through like a 12-step type thing, they would very much frown upon you getting in to a relationship. Now, does everyone abide by that? No. But for him, probably should have done that. So he's just, he's another one who's just like, well, I never learned the tools. So like all of these women have to clean up after these guys who just don't have the tools, or were told by their religion or by society that a woman will come in and wash your underwear and your butts and cook your food, and you ain't gotta do shit but exist. And it's crazy. So, oh my gosh, it's just something. And he's still lying. And you guys, this show, I'm telling you, it will likely, yes, Dreadful says, this show will most likely lead to many divorces. It really will. Marty says, Tina, it was odd. Yes, they list Nick Viall as a relationship expert. I'm like, because he wrote a book? Nick Viall's another one. His wife is like a baby herself. I mean, I don't think she's, well, let's see, how old is, I'm just not a big fan of Nick Viall, but he's got the right management and stuff, because he is everywhere I don't want him to be. So his wife is like 26 and he's 44. Sir. He's damn Mormon himself over there. He's Mormoning himself. Oh my God. And his wife is on his podcast, The Viall Files. He's like, I'm the relationship expert. I am 44 years old, and my wife is still a fetus. So obviously, I know everything. And I was on The Bachelorette or some shit. Oh my God, you guys. What is anything? Oh God. Yes, the Mormons can divorce. It's very frowned upon. A few of them have, like Jessie, if she gets divorced from her husband, Jordan, who we talked about, this would be her second divorce, I believe. He does have a creepy vibe, and he's very much like, I'm understanding of women's issues, while mansplaining to all of us, and we're like, thanks, Nick. Yeah, I really want to hear from you on this. No, thank you. And previous things he's covered that I've roasted, like Vanderpump, Scandival, things like that, I have not loved what he had to say. Dreadful says Nick was on 2 seasons of The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, and was the Batch. Oh, he was the Bachelor. Yeah, wasn't he? He was like, it didn't work. He was like, I just got to find myself a baby. Okay, I just got to find myself a young lady. Oh boy, you guys. Why do we have to listen to these creepy creeperton men? Why do they always shove them in our face? Like, here, listen to this.
So Brad Pitt has this allegation.
I think Brad's cute, but
yeah, that's
and
fine.
I think he's a great actor.
That's fine. Yeah,
but I haven't assessed him the way you have.
That's
And I
fine.
think he's a great actor.
That's fine. Yeah.
But I haven't assessed him the way you have. Assessed him the way you have. Assessed him the way you have.
I haven't assessed them the way you have. Oh, goodness gracious. Adios mio. Oh, my God. Lordy, look who's 40. It's Nick Viall. He's damn near 50, and his wife just turned 26. Yay, allegedly. Oh, my gosh. Crazy, crazy times, you guys. So stay tuned as I get fully caught up with the secret lives of Mormon wives. And I will recap and roast the reunion. Okay, let me pull this up here. All right. Get out of here, Nick. Get off my screen. All right. He's gone. You guys, here's something I'm very excited about. We have a few things to talk about here. Is Traitors season 4 is coming out like very soon. We're going to have so much fun roasting every single episode that hits Peacock, you guys, because we are in December. So we are about a month out. Well, a month and 4 days from Peacock releasing Traitors season 4 on January 8th, 2026. So January 8th, right after the holidays, they're going to release 3 episodes right off the bat. And then weekly, we will get 1, which is very, very exciting. I'm excited by the cast. I love this show. We have a good time. We put on our capes. We get to Scotland. And we just have so much fun. And there are people on this cast, like we talked about, from so many different reality worlds and pop culture worlds, from Travis Kelce's mom to Snake Rob from Love Island to Lisa Rinna, formerly from Bravo, to Natalie from Survivor. I mean, we have so much more. We got Candace Dillard, Caroline Stanberry, Bravo World, Colton Underwood, The Bachelor, Dorinda, Bravo, Ian Terry, winner of Big Brother. We have some figure skaters, Johnny Weir. All right. Is Oksana Bayul in it or something? Rob Sesternino from Survivor, and Rob has a podcast. We got Top Chef Kristen. We have Mark Ballas from Dancing with the Stars, Michael Rappaport, Monet Exchange, RuPaul's Drag Race, Portia Williams, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Ron Funches, stand-up comedian, hilarious. Okay, we have Stephen Colletti, Laguna Beach, One Tree Hill. We haven't seen him in forever. A millennial, just like soaked into any millennial brain. Technically, I'm a Zennial. Some say Gen X, some say millennial, but I'm a Zennial or some shit. Who knows? Tara Lipinski, not Oksana Bayul. I wish they would get Oksana Bayul. No offense to Tara Lipinski. Tiffany Mitchell from Big Brother. And so we have this so much of a great cast. It's going to be, I cannot wait. Obviously, Alan Cumming, our host, the greatest reality TV host to ever exist. Dreadful says Steven is still fine. Real. I don't think he'll be out first. I do not. I think Rob Sesternino is going to do pretty good. I don't think he'll be out first. Don't worry. Oh, Tara and Johnny are besties. That should be interesting. Tara Lipinski and Johnny. But do you guys remember Oksana Bayul? Where is Oksana Bayul? I hope she's not dead. Please don't be dead. Oksana Bayul. Okay. Oh, this is such like a core 90s memory. Okay. She was the 1993 world champion, 1994 Olympic champion in ladies singles. And she's 48 years old, you guys. And she's still alive. And I only say that because every time I do this, I feel like I'm talking about people and I'm excited about them and they're dead. And I'm like, damn it. And she just had the stiff bangs. You guys remember Oksana? Or my 90s teens at? 90s kids and teens. Here, let me pull this up so you can get this memory in your head. Oh, she was like the Ukrainian Tanya Harding, even though she never set up an assault on someone with a white trash ex-husband. Just like the hair and stuff reminded me very much Tanya Hardingly. Justice for Tanya Harding. Okay. But that's Oksana Bayul. I just have such memories of the figure skaters and the gymnastics, the gymnasts of that time. So I'm so glad. I hope you're doing well, Oksana. You beautiful champion. Let me pull another picture of her. And then she cut her hair really short, but just the bangs. Oh my God. Those are 1993 stiff ass bangs. Those are crunchy McCrunchersons. Look at this. Come back, Oksana. Okay. Here, let me share this one now, which is even more bang. Sometimes her bangs were just sticking straight up. Look at that. Look at those bangers. Her bangers are banging. It's like you would just do the curl up and then not even brush out the curl and then do a little curl under on the ends. Just the Aquanet. I'm smelling it. The Rave. Remember Rave hairspray? All those hairsprays at that time, dandruff. They would just give you white crusties in your hair. You can show up to school, you're like, I got white stuff in your bangs. You're like, I don't know. It's just the hairspray. I don't know why they couldn't figure out how to make hairspray that didn't make you look like you had a horrible case of dandruff. Maybe it was to sell more Head and Shoulders. I don't know. But Oksana, what a queen. Tis me, Krista. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me find my little sound effects. There it is. Thank you, Steffi. Thank you for the super chats. Just can't wait to watch Traitors with Joleen in a non-stalker. I can't wait to watch it with you guys. Oh my gosh. We have so much fun. I do have a cape that I wear. Okay. There's a lot of act outs too. Just be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. Because yeah, I really get into it. And I like it raw.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
We really get into it. Yes, some dry shampoos, Colleen, are just pure dandruff as well. I have found the Amika dry shampoo was the one I like. They're not paying me, but they should. That I don't get as much, but when I've tried any kind of like Dove or those kinds, it's snowing on my head. Trusty Justin, it starts January 8th. So just a little over a month away. Thank you, Reality TV with CJ. Okay, so now I'm excited for Tara Lipinski, even though this isn't Tara Lipinski. This is Oksana Bayul, and I do wish Oksana Bayul was going to be on the show. You know, no offense to Tara Lipinski. She's great. All right, but I really miss Oksana. All right. And I think they should try to get her for Traitors season 5. That would be fantastic. All right. So I'm excited for that. We have that coming up. Let's see, what else did I send myself? You guys. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this, you guys aren't going to want to, I send myself the things I want to talk about, and I sent myself hooded eye technique doubles up your lid space. I don't think we need that. A lot of you too have said you do want me to cover the Laura Owens stuff, and I do want to get into that. I was going to do that just for members, but I'd probably do some because we do have a Laura Owens trial, and that's the woman who made all these claims that she was pregnant, not only pregnant, but like having twins with people, some that she didn't even have intercourse with. Like they were doing mouth babies. And so I think we will cover some of that here, and then maybe some in members. We'll see how it goes and how interesting It actually is, because it is pretty fascinating. All right. Let's see. Okay, there's the Traitors. The Big Brother people, they did a 14 Days of Christmas song. It's bad. It's not good. I don't even want to play it. Did you guys see what people waited in line at Target for Black Friday? Like, they waited overnight and they're like, you're going to get a bag of goodies. People are like, okay. Like doorbuster goodies. Weren't doorbusters back in the day like you could get a television set? You could win like something really big. And then people waited all night. Apologies if you were one of those people. And they got this. An Uno cards, some nerds, this Target reusable. Okay. Let me turn the sound off on this. Dry shampoo, Uno, nerds, like the tiny bag that I won't even, when at Halloween, I won't even give the kids when they make those little bags. I give them multiple. I do little bags together, because just giving them that, it's like you get like 3 of them in there. Juicy gummy clusters, Elf, lip gloss, and then a variety pack of 0 sugar hydration.
And this was becoming uncomfortable for me.
This is what people waited for. And I think a couple people got like a gift card. If they were special, they might have gotten something like that. But this is what they were giving people. Right? Like Dollar General shit. I did, and it's me, Krista. Where is this? Is it on? It's me. 'Tis me, Krista says, Jolene, did you see that YouTube video of Vinny and Morgan? Like they are in love. Is it on his channel? I didn't see that at all. Oh God. Because we know he has a YouTube channel. Oh boy. Let's see. Vinny and Morgan. Because if that exists, we gotta see it. But I don't think there's anything. I saw that he was popping in the chat of her Twitch streams not too long ago. But let me find Vinny Panaro. He doesn't have anything on his channel. He just has the 2 videos, his unboxing and then his post BB. You're going to send it. Okay, where are you going to send it to me so I know where to get it? Okay. Oh, maybe is it in the sun? Is that what you're saying? It's like a paparazzi video. Morgan and Vinny being brother. All right. The sun. Let me put the sun. The sun is, I don't see it even in the sun. There is a sun post about it. Okay, you're going to send it in the chat. Will it let you send a link in the chat? Very interesting. All right. I was wondering, I've been paying a little bit of attention to the Walsh stuff because I see that Melanie Little and them cover it, but I don't know if I was like, is that something I want to get into? Is it worth it? Oh my God, I don't know. Yeah, Target, literally earthly ET, Target giving the people dust. Okay, did you send a link? I don't see it here. Thank you for your patience. Smash that like if you haven't already. Oh, it's not worth it. Otter says it's not worth it. Okay. Okay, big bro meme. All right, is that on Twitter or Instagram? Let me see. At big bro meme, or is it on YouTube? Oh, I think you're talking about YouTube. Okay. Or no, Twitter. Maybe Twitter. Oh, it's on YouTube? Okay. Okay, let me see here. All right, let me check their YouTube out. We're going to go to the YouTube of Big Bro Meme. Okay. All right, I found. The only thing I see for them is this, which is just a compilation of them being happy in the house. So maybe I have the wrong channel. I might have to look into this because, yeah, this is, let me show you what I see. This is all I see. I don't think this is it. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Watch this from a month ago? I don't. No offense. I don't know why I would watch that. Because that's all the stuff I saw in the house. So it's nothing new. Okay, I don't want to play the music. I'm gonna get struck. We're getting PTSD. The cheat mans, yes. Unless there's like new information about them. Not super interested in them anymore. No offense, all offense. Let me try Big Brother T on Twitter. They usually know. They know what time it is. They know what's up. I guess Riley just did a live where Big Brother T says, I don't think I've ever seen someone lie this much during their own live for no reason. So apparently he was live, as was Lauren and Kat were live on TikTok. Apparently, the new gossip and drama in the Big Brother world is that Matt from last season, him and Mackenzie, MJ recently broke up. According to Twitter people, Matt is accusing Mackenzie of forcing him to lose his virginity. What? This person, I'm so sick of men manipulating and acting like the victim. So Matt is saying, yeah, Mackenzie forced me to do it. She took my V card. Oh my. Because there's no, I mean, I say there's no way that, but he would say that. This guy, what?
Sun on your skin, 6 a.m. and I've been watching you sleep. And honey, I'm so afraid you're gonna wake up and say that you should probably leave.
I know he's been like on a social media tour as he does, where he's, working out and just trying to get out of this relationship. And then Mackenzie was making her own TikToks about being in a relationship with, like a problematic dude. Like, duh, girl, we told you. He sucks. He sucks. So they were kind of going TikTok for TikTok after breaking up, and that I guess he would knew everything about the Bible. And so she didn't think she knew anything about the Bible because he was too busy knowing too much stuff about the Bible. So there was lots of issues because this was the super Christian couple coming out of Big Brother. Where they were doing, Bible study during their cast, but he went home week 1. And so she was like, I thought I knew about the Bible, but then he knew so much about the Bible that I couldn't know so much about the Bible. It just wasn't fair because I wanted to talk Bible, but he would out-Bible me.
Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. Oh, yeah.
Right? Justice for freaking Angela, because she was right. That man is a menace. He sucks. Okay. Yeah, we got to get Angela back on to talk about it. Well, Mackenzie, I think she started following soon after they broke up. She started following Angela on social media again. So, oh my God, what a dork. What a dork. This dude is just a thirsty thirst trap. Someone commented, I would say Mackenzie's a victim just for being with Matt at all. Someone said, dude, he's so delusional. Didn't they live together? They were always together. Yeah. Wasn't that against your religion? Oh my gosh. Right now, they're just trying to out-victim each other on social media. It's crazy. Oh, God. Yep. Justice for Angela. Angela told us, she warned us, and she saved us from a season of frickin' Matt. Yuck, you guys. That would have been the worst. It's bad enough Mackenzie had us dealing with him because she dated him after the season. Oh, all right. You guys, we're up to 229 likes, 273 watching. Smash that like so we can get it all evened up. Okay. Let's see what's the latest going on. Let's see here. I think I sent it to myself. Okay. Something is Steven. Steven sent me something. Oh. Hey, Steven. Oh, I love this. People are sending me. If you get your little YouTube end of year things, feel free to tag me, you guys, in them. I love it. Steven tagged me in his or sent me his a screenshot. It says top 0.5% of viewers. You watched 309. He watched 309 of my videos this year. That's it. Steven, thank you so much. And also, I'm sorry. I feel like hopefully I did no damage to you at all. But yeah, tag me on Instagram or Twitter so I can retweet or put it in my story. Also, if you guys are on Instagram, my new goal, I'm making goals for 2026 is to hit 10K on Instagram. So we're already at like 7,000 some. So if you're not, find me at Joleen Lunzer because I want to put out more short content over there as well. Carissa, you were 0.01. Hell yeah. So you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Joleen Lunzer. I got to be better about both of those apps going into 2026, but definitely Instagram. Okay, we're so close. We're getting close. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay, what's going on with LaurenMatthias' lawyer? Okay, so I'm gonna we're gonna look at a video from Everyday with Jay. Shout out to Everyday with Jay. Let me drop the link here for her. She's such a sweetie and I appreciate her. And here is her channel in the live in case you're not already following her. If you're not already subscribed. I was listening to, she was going through Lauren's book, I think. Oh, and some other stuff. I was like, Lauren. Okay. Sub to at Everyday with Jay. Okay. Everyday with Jay. Hopefully I didn't say Jay today because I used to follow a channel. Jay, I probably still follow her, but Jay today. But this is Everyday with Jay. And then her video that we are going to look at regarding one of Lauren's lawyers. We're going to do that here. Okay, and I put it in the description too, if you're interested. OMG, not that nonsense. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me get my little sound effect here. Oh, there it is. Because I'm really enjoying your shorts about the LaurenMatthias drama. Good stuff. Thank you. I'm trying to break them down into bite-sized clips because I know not everyone's going to sit and watch a, 3, 5-hour live stream. So I know some people, you know, they prefer like the shorter bits. They want to consume their media that, or some people like both. So I've been trying to edit down clips as well. And it's kind of fun for me too. I do like the editing part of it. So thank you guys for those of you who have liked and commented on that. And some of you have even noted your appreciation for me adding stuff in. And it's like a little collage of sorts. It's my art. Like Lauren and John say, it's my art.
You're despicable.
Okay? I'm an artist. Thank you, Evelyn. Drop the link for my Instagram. Again, we're trying to hit 10K if we can do it. Okay? Yeah, we love Jay. We love Every Day with Jay. She's such a cutie. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so she was talking about this LaurenMatthias lawyer court filings raise serious questions. So let me see what's going on here with Jay's video, and I put it in the chat. So go give her some love in the club. Go give her the subscribes and the likes, all the tings. Okay, let me share this here with you guys. We'll get to some roasting and reacting of this story that never stops. It's like LaurenMatthias drama. We never stop. Okay, here it is. All right.
It's all reading this. This says Hidden True Crimes attorney didn't like people discussing his criminal charges, so he tried to get a civil and stalking injunction against them. Ooh, this is some tea. This says a few quick notes to start. Everything shared here comes from public records. Nothing is AI generated, and any personal info has been redacted. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear now. One of Hidden True Crimes attorneys claimed he was being shunned by everyone. So he sued his ex and her friends.
What? What?
Let me read that again. Attorney D. Snuts. One of Hidden True Crimes attorneys claimed he was being shunned by everyone. So he sued his ex and her friends, seeking a sweeping injunction to stop them from saying anything about him, meaning taking their free speech, even if it was positive. When the case started falling apart, he fired his lawyer, represented himself, and then dropped the lawsuit. Oh my God.
On Prime Crime.
What? I don't even know what's going on.
Christina, we are all very proud of you. This is nuts. But what does this have to do with Lauren and Hidden True Crime? I'm glad you asked. Maybe it's because Hidden True Crime needed someone willing to take on a case that looked a lot like an attempt to silence free speech. And they found someone who didn't just agree to it. He'd already tried it himself. Whether Hidden True Crime knew about his history or whether he pitched his own failed legal stunt as a strategy is unclear. But it is clear now that they got someone who wasn't just willing to twist the law, but had personal experience doing just that. From his own lawsuit, he claimed he was being, quote, shunned by friends, families, neighbors, and church leaders, end quote.
That is exactly
defendant's statement.
What Lauren said. You guys.
It's not enough.
Remember? She was like, everyone shunned me. I didn't know why.
It's about Dallin, and those whom they were made to understood they were about Dallin. Can we just call him Dylon? As a direct result of defendant's statements, plaintiff has been alienated and shunned by his friends, family, neighbors, and church leaders.
What?
The same have distanced themselves and now respond curtly and
not curtly. I do like the use of curtly.
Coldly, if at all, to the plaintiff. Oh my God, he's Lauren 2.0.
He is.
Some of Dallon's immediate family members have forbidden their children from seeing, speaking with, or visiting the plaintiff. Upon information and belief, the defendants made false statements. The petitioner's father and mother, who lowered their opinion of their son's moral character and motivated his, it says here, he said his parents kicked him out and that he suffered, quote, severe emotional and financial distress, end quote.
When was this?
Bing bang.
This is her lawyer. Now we go down to the prayer for relief of his lawsuit. Wherefore, plaintiff prays for judgment against all defendants on plaintiff's first cause of action. A temporary restraining order on all defendants from contacting Dallin or Dallin's family, immediate and extended, friends, neighbors, and or church leaders, and restraining all defendants from making any further statements about Dallin to anyone in any context, positive or negative. This is the lawyer? Her brother works in this firm?
What?
Upon prevailing against any and all defendants, a permanent injunction lasting indefinitely, having the same effect as the TRO. A lifetime TRO?
What did they do?
Wow.
Just because they ignored him?
The word shunned is crazy. All right. An order requiring all defendants to retract any untrue, false, defamatory statements made against Dallin.
Because you can't have an opinion. They want to stop people's opinions unless they're positive.
Due at least in part to the defendant's statements, Dallin's parents took possession of his home and forcibly removed him under
One of Lauren's attorneys was squatting in his parents' house. They had to kick him out of the basement. Lauren, what?
Allegedly.
Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
God, what is your childhood trauma?
Is that what I'm reading?
threat of illegitimate legal action. 27. Due at least in part to the defendant's statements, Dallin has suffered severe emotional and financial distress.
Because he can't live with his parents anymore?
This guy works for her brother at the firm. He is
he is currently broke and recently qualified for Medicaid. So due at least in part to the defendant's statements, Dallin D's nuts has suffered severe emotional and financial distress. But how did this start?
Number 28.
Oh my God.
What is going on? Stop. He is currently broke and recently qualified for Medicaid.
Oh, Jesus.
Broke. What the fuck? Some of the public records people were discussing included allegations of DV in the presence of a child. But like many states, that info is public and people are allowed to talk about it. It's
free speech. They hate that. They hate the free speech. The LaurenMatthias hidden true crime crew is like, it's like sunlight to a vampire. They're like, I hate it. Free speech. Oh, don't do it.
free speech.
Ah.
Oh no. What is this? Highland City versus Daston Dio. Oh my God. Janice, what's happening? I need the what? What is happening?
What?
Oh, Lil John. Okay.
Daston. Okay, Daston. Is it Dio? Ronnie James Dio?
Dastardly duo.
It says case number, blah, blah, blah. Other misdemeanor. This case involves domestic violence.
Oh, Jesus.
Assault. Class B misdemeanor. Oh, this is new. January 9th, 2025. Oh, domestic violence in the presence of a child. It happened.
Plea is not guilty on January 9th, 2025.
September 3rd, 2024.
Oh my God. What a loser.
2 charges of domestic violence in front of a child.
And this is her lawyer? He can still lawyer? Oops. I keep pausing.
This is new. Okay, here we go. One of his jury trials is scheduled for summer 2026. You can read a redacted copy of his lawsuit here. This is so thorough. He dropped the case a few weeks after filing. It's unclear if the judge reminded him that these injunctions aren't meant to silence speech just because someone is saying things you don't like. Here are some of the allegations made by someone he tried to silence. Claim he tried to change the names of their children without knowledge, permission, or consent of the mother. On July 30th, 2024, defendant clandestinely filed an action as a self-represented litigant to legally change the names of the party's 3 minor children. Mr. Bono was not served or notified of this case until her attorney later discovered it through a legal exchange search.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you, Jay. Lindsay says, dude, her main attorney, the one that was in the recording and that she gave multiple shout outs to during her 9-hour live.
Well, I don't like Facebook and I don't like the internet.
Did she look him up? Oh, Lauren.
Claim he misrepresented information in his court filings about their children and their current custody status. In 3 separate petitions filed under that case number, defendant fraudulently declared each of the minor's mother is, quote, S, and stated that the children live with him at the address of blank, and that the minor's mother, blank, also lived at that address. Contrary to his misrepresentations, Mr. Bono has sole physical custody, and she and the children have lived at blank since August 15th, 2023. He's a liar. Wow. Further, defendant reported on the petitions that the children are not involved in any other court actions or proceedings and did not disclose the divorce action in which Mr. Bono was awarded custody. Defendant fraudulently reported on the petitions that Mr. Bono has agreed to the proposed name change.
He tried to change their kids' names, allegedly?
He was trying to change their kids' names.
He said the same thing.
Claim he forged her signature on 3 documents. He was later criminally charged for this. Then defendant forged Mr.
I get it. You're evil. Do we have to chat about it all day?
They're all why is everyone surrounding this fraudulent? This is crazy.
Bono's signature on 3 separate documents alleging that she consented to the children's legal names being changed to D''O. OMG.
Whose name is D''O? Oh, like who? What are we talking about?
So their name was Durbano. He changed his name to D''O. Why?
Is it because of the allegations? Is it because of the lawsuits that he wants to change their names and his name? And the parents kicking him out and everyone shunning him?
Are these people okay?
They're not. They're not, clearly.
Each of these forged documents was then self-notarized by the defendant and filed with the court under penalty of perjury.
I don't care about that. Oh my God. You guys.
The forged consent forms identify them as being completed by S with an address of blank and a phone number of blank. The address is not her address, but it's the defendant's law firm, DMD Law. And the phone number is associated with his sister. Oh my God. He changed his name to Dope. For unknown reasons, defendant voluntarily withdrew the matter. Claim he tried to get a civil stalking injunction against her. He was not successful. On August 28, 2024, defendant filed requested for a civil stalking injunction against Mr. Bono. See Daston Doe. Again, defendant falsely identified Mr. Bono as blank. Defendant requested the court award him sole custody of the minor children, with Mr. Bono having parent time at his, quote, sole and absolute discretion. Shall determine if and when Mr. Bono's parent time will be, if any, end quote. He wanted to be in charge of telling her when she could see the kids. Or if she could at all. And that law enforcement shall defer to this order and not the divorce decree. In other words, the terms and conditions of this order shall be controlling should either party seek to enforce this order or the party's final decree, end quote. He wanted this to override their divorce.
What?
Wow, they're a whole ass true crime over on this side here.
They
Wow.
really are.
On August 29, 2024, the following day, the request was denied by the court as an improper attempt to modify custody and parent time to remove Mr. Bono's custody. Defendant never provided service or notice of the petition or subsequent denial to Mr. Bono. Her attorney later discovered the case. How is this guy still a lawyer?
Right? Like her main lawyer.
Claim he made another attempt to secretly change the name of their children. Holy shit.
I've never even heard that before, that someone's secretly trying to change the name of their children behind a wife's back. Maybe that's more common, but this is the first I've ever heard of something like that.
On August 30th, 2024, defendant made a second attempt to secretly change the children's names. Again, Mr. Bono only became aware of this case through her attorney conducting a legal exchange search. Therefore, defendant used the same petitions as the previous case. Again, defendant stated Mr. Bono consented to the name changes. Fortunately, Mr. Bono's attorney was able to file an appearance and intervene in the case. Wow, this is shocking. Shar, thank you for the super chat. Didn't Lauren brag about this guy? Yes, he's one of her 4 lawyers.
Oh, Lord.
She wanted Christina to pay this schmuck. She wanted attorney's fees.
What? Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. This is just crazy pants. Oh my gosh. With a super sticker, I should say. This is the one she was bragging about? My God.
She wanted Christina's money to go to this schmuck. Claim. The court said her attorney represented a credible threat to their physical safety and entered a no-contact order. On July 9th.
Why would she hire this guy to be her lawyer? This all happened before she hired him as her lawyer. What the hell?
2025, at defendant's arraignment, the assigned judge, Kelly Schaefer Bullock, issued a pretrial protective order naming Mr. Bono and each of the 3 minor children as persons protected by this order. The court made findings that the defendant represented a credible threat to their physical safety. Why do I want to say therapy? To their physical safety, and entered a no contact and stay away order, including Mr. Bono's residence and the minor children's school, extracurricular activities, and surrogate care of caregivers' residence. Importantly, defendant was present and personally.
You hired a lawyer who's so psycho his family has restraining orders against him, who went and tried to allegedly change the names of his children behind the mother's back, whose parents allegedly had to kick him out of the basement, and friends, family, churchgoers shunned him. I mean, on brand, but Lowen.
Heard the entry of the pretrial protective order. On January 9th, 2025, defendant was also charged with 6 counts of forgery. The 6 counts of forgery are in relation to defendant's actions in the 2 matters filed by him to change the minor children's names. Moral of the story, shady people allegedly hire shady attorneys who have experience in trying to misuse the justice system.
Isn't her brother one of her attorneys? Did they say early in this that her brother, or that this guy works for her brother's firm?
Against people exercising free speech are seen as great candidates for clients looking to do the same. This post will probably earn me another letter, but it is all based on public information, and I believe I have the right to discuss it if I want to.
Holy shit. You guys. What?
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
That is.
No.
All right. LaurenMatthias, lawyer. Okay. Oh. What's this? Okay, so I was just looking up LaurenMatthias's lawyer, and I found a message for LaurenMatthias and true crime. Okay. What is it? What is this from medium.com. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, guys, and see what this says. I've never seen this before. All right. Oops. So this is medium.com, and someone posted this. A message for LaurenMatthias / Hidden True Crime. This is by Beauty Bubble, right? YouTube transcript. Okay, let's see. People, music. Ask me what my secret is. I just smile and say, follow me. I stand too short not to really live. I got a big heart. I can take you in. So is this a song? I'm sitting on top of the world. Heat, heat, heat. Over the world. Hello, hello, everyone. Remember that song? I used to play that song all the time on my videos, especially my Toxic Bliss podcast, where I would talk about surviving narcissistic abuse. And here we are today. Funny how things come full circle, isn't it? So today, this video is specifically for LaurenMatthias and her husband, John. I'm not calling you Dr. John because after your gaslighting psychobabble, Darvo nonsense the other night in your response, the response video, I'm not calling you doctor because nah, we're not playing that. Also, Lauren, the reason I'm doing this video is because you clearly watched Crush's video last night and you decided to copyright strike her. I mean, has that been dropped yet, the copyright strike? You're silencing Kay Woodcock. Again, are you nuts? Well, that's a question for Dr. John. So I'm going to talk to you about some things. Girl, this conversation has been a long time coming, hasn't it? I'm kind of excited. How do I want to start with this? I have a lot to say, so get comfy. All right. Also, that song is a song that I paid a lot of money for. That's my theme song. You can strike me on that. You can't strike me on the music playing now because I got that from Kevin Maloud. So let's not try the copyright striking crap. That's not going to work. I'm not going to put your picture on screen because I don't want to upset you or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to talk to you. I would be on camera. I'm not on camera. This is an old video of me that I have playing. So this is just like the transcript of a video. And this is from a month ago. All right, let's skip ahead a little bit. Lauren. Girl, let's talk. I'm going to talk to you today as if I would approach a young teen girl who's trying to find her way in life and getting all kinds of caught up in the drama from school. Maybe you want to date the boy, get him to take you to the dance, so you tell a few white lies here and there, a little manipulation. I'm pretty sure that was probably you back then, but you didn't learn some lessons. Okay, you didn't. People just did not tell you how the world works before they threw you in it. And clearly, we're seeing the ramifications of that today. So let's start with your 9-hour live stream. All right, I watched it. And man, do you want to talk about torturous? It's actually, is this when she was talking about the it's not pronounced torturous. It's like tortious or where my legal head's at? Where my legal head's at? Tortious. It doesn't take 9 hours to say anything. All right. Don't do that again. That was bad. But let's talk about why you did that in the first place. Okay, because I was listening to the 9 hours, waiting for you to get to the point of the actual stalking. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. All right. I was like, wow, is she really being stalked? Huh? I know who I thought you were talking about, but it turned out it was totally someone different. I'd never even heard of Christina. So, all right, I went on a little learning expedition, but you did that live stream and you never got an example. You never got to the example of stalking. No way. This is by Reese. Lauren made her leave YouTube during the LVD trial. What? Oh, boy. So is there an actual video of this then? Because this says it's by Beauty Bubble, and this is like the transcript of it. Dream Feed Media. Is that their channel? Oh my goodness. Tortious interference. Is that how you pronounce it? because I know Lauren was pronouncing it incorrectly, and I'm like, you cover the law. You cover the law. All right, let me just drop this. I thought this was going to be like a letter, but I think it's just the. Okay, so there is a video that goes with this. Okay, here's the Medium article. I'll drop the link for that here. And I've never even heard of. Why does this person's name sound familiar? But then again, like this is the craziness that never ends. Jeep Girl, thank you for becoming a member. Okay, let me look up this channel here and see. Thank you, Tanya, for the information. Because I'm like, what is this? What's this? What's this? I feel like Jack Skeleton. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Okay. Okay. Oh shit, it is a video. My story. Lauren Hidden True Crime. So this isn't Crush's channel. Oh, this lady has a bunch of. Owen Reese. Owen, is that how you say the name? Owen Reese speaks out on LaurenMatthias. Well, who the frick is this? Should I know who this person is? I'm so sorry to this lady. I don't know who she is. All right, now I gotta play it. Lauren, how many people hate you? How many people did you hurt? Okay. HTC Fallout, dealing with the aftermath. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna just subscribe to you. Sweet lady, I apologize. I don't know who you are, but you look so familiar. So maybe we have played something of yours, and if we haven't, I don't remember. I'm so sorry. Nothing against you. Everything against me. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Breaking free. Leaving in. Okay. All right. LaurenMatthias hidden. Okay, let's just start at this one. All right. What now? Did you guys know was this woman? Let me share her channel here. But I'm probably the only one who didn't know about it. So here is a link to the video. No way. HTC says, or McButter says HTC lost another 1,000. Holy shit. Oh, Lauren, I just don't even know, girl. Okay, let me check here and see where they're at. Hidden True Crime. We're just on a journey. Oh, they're still at 312,000, and they were at 313. So I think they've been 312, maybe not. I don't know. So they're 312,000. Seems to be the comment. Okay. Amy says she tells the story of what happened with Lauren in these videos. It's bad. Well, I gotta know, obviously. So let's start reacting to these then. Oh my god! Just when I think there's nothing more on this. All it takes is one little Google search, and it's like it's back on. All right. So shout out to this lady. Go give her a like. Watch her video. You can watch it without me interrupting it and roasting. So let's see what she has to say here. And the title of this is My Story, LaurenMatthias, Hidden True Crime. And I am interested to know, did Lauren try to strike her? Does anyone know? Feel free to put it in the chat or the comment section. Let's go.
Okay. I think I'm live.
I'm going to speed it up just a minute, just a little bit, like 1.2.
I think I have a really big delay.
Just fast forward.
It's actually a fascinating story. So yeah. I had fun watching Web Sleuths last night. Who would have thought that would ever happen? That was cool.
Okay, so she's talking about maybe Crush's first video that has now been struck.
So I wanted to mention that. So because if I make a mistake, I'm going to call myself out. You don't have to worry about it. So I own up to the fact that I was paranoid yesterday about the Web Sleuth thing for no reason. It's all good. All right, so kudos to Trisha for that. Using my videos. Somebody came to me yesterday and left a big comment. Hi, Awen. Thank you so much for allowing me to use your video. And I'm like, do what now? Do what? Apparently she had taken my entire video and streamed it over on her channel. And I honestly don't care, really. I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to do anything here. I really don't care. But she didn't ask first. But then to thank me for allowing her.
You're not monetized. You got 8,000 subs. I'm sure they've offered monetization. Take it.
Without, I was like, That's kind of a weird thing. So please just ask me first. 99% of the time, I'm going to say yes. You do have to be a little bit careful because the music that I use in my videos is music that I personally own, especially my intro and outro song. I paid a lot of money for that song, and you might get tagged for that by YouTube, not me. I mean, I could tag you for that. I'm not going to, but YouTube might because you don't have the licensing for that song. All right. And most of the song in the background, I have paid for through Kevin MacLeod. You can use it free with attribution, but I have paid for it so I can use it without attribution. So you.
I'm just going to fast forward a little bit here.
Monster from this big, scary thing that caused me a lot of pain into a silly little clown that had no power over me. None. Aiden did that for me. He didn't do it intentionally. He had no idea who I was. He was doing it for my sake. But he was. He was doing it for everyone's sake who's ever been bullied by her. And I went in his live last night and gave him a super chat and said, thank you for doing that. Thank you, because you kind of gave me a piece of my life back.
Oh, because she talked about, I think, the Turtle Boy interview with Kresha.
Like, hey, yeah, me too. Right? So thank you, Aiden. There are no words to really express how much I appreciate what you've done. Even unintentionally. It was amazing. So there we go. Now, a lot of people have been asking me in the comments, actually not a lot of people, a couple of flying monkey type people are coming at me saying, you need to give receipts. You need to prove what you're saying. What did she even do to you? And I'm like, that was never the point of this. The point of this was for me to come out and say, hey, yes, that woman has done bad things to a lot of people for a lot of years. All right. She did it to me. It's not cool. It needs to stop. The point is to make it stop, and not make it stop by destroying her. That's crazy. To make it stop by trying to approach it with love and compassion. Like I've tried for a couple days. Doesn't seem to be working so well. But if I could get through to Lauren with love and compassion and get her to see that what she's doing is hurting people and stop.
Good luck, lady.
Wouldn't we all win? Right? We would all win. I don't think that's going to happen. And I wasn't being naive, I was being hopeful. If there's a shred of hope that I could have gotten through to her that way, that would have been the way.
Okay, Amy says, just wait, Joleen. This is how Lori Hellis, not my queen, came into the picture. Oh, all right.
To go. It's not working. It's not. Carrie says, please stop this mean girl shit. The only people that say mean girl are mean girls. I learned that this morning. Carrie, this is not me.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? People come back. It's a high school that LaurenMatthias created. So us commentating on something that she puts out into the world is not mean girl. Lacey, thank you so much. Says, you're back. The best thing to come out of this LaurenMatthias BS is finding your channel. You have genuinely made me laugh out loud so many times. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And I'm happy that I can make you laugh out loud.
Shit. This is someone who abused me and caused me all kinds of crap. And I walked away.
Girl, that's how they get you to, that's how they silence you, is they try to insult you. Like you're doing something wrong. It's classic. It's a classic tactic. Don't listen to it. Delete, move on. Who cares?
I did stop it. All right. 4 years ago, I did stop. I didn't fight and do mean girl shit. I went away and disappeared. Okay. I did the right thing. That didn't stop it. She just turned on to other targets. And she's been going through all these targets all these years. So now,
so she was dealing with her 4 years ago. Is that what she's saying?
Now what? I came back to be like, hey, to add my voice to the list of people that she has hurt.
Damn.
And say, cut it out. So don't give me this I'm doing mean girl crap. I am not in the mood for your shit today. All right. I have one moderator in here and he will delete you pretty quick. If anyone would like to mod.
Oh my God, 4 years? She came back after, you hurt this woman so bad, allegedly, Lauren. You did her so dirty. She came back after 4 years to be like, yeah, you need to stop it.
For this chat, I want the flying monkeys gone. I am not dealing with this shit. So if anyone wants to babysit chat and boot out the flying monkeys, please raise your hand. I will flag you up as a mod because I'm not playing with them because they're dumb. So just like Aiden, I'm taking a leaf out of Aiden's book. We're not playing that crap. So, Nikki, Nikki Fleming, hi. Oh my God, hi. Hi, Nikki. Nikki's not going to let you pull that crap around me. Got Nikki in. Goes on and we need more, just something bad, blah, 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 blah. the mods are just going to kick you out. We're not even okay. So go. All right, back to my story.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell because people, I mean, yeah, you know, if I'm going to say that you got to have some kind of idea of what actually happened. I've been trying to avoid it because I don't really want to go there. I don't really want to try to make Lauren look like, you know, whatever. But you do need some context and some background. So I'm going to tell you my story lightly. Okay, lightly.
Thank you.
I will save, you know, I'm not going to get into all the details and all the receipts and all that stuff unless it goes there. I'm hoping it doesn't go there. But you need to know what happens. I started off by watching YouTube. And I found this guy that I thought was really funny. I loved his channel. I started to be a mod for him and got to know people and learn the YouTube stuff. And
you guys, this is for some reason, this is very Katie Joy for the pop culture people out there. It seems like there was a whole like anti-KJ community. And I don't know a ton about Katie Joy other than she's from Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota. And they're like in the pop culture world, whatever. But I've never talked to her, whatever. She messaged me once about a topic I was talking about, and I just left her on read because people were like, she's cuckoo. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with it, allegedly. So, but it seems like LaurenMatthias in true crime is like the equivalent of Katie Joy in the pop culture. Sorry, as these things come to my mind, I'm like, holy shit. So it reminds me of this like kind of anti-LaurenMatthias, anti-hidden crime community that's starting on YouTube because of her behavior is very similar to the anti-KJ, where people who were in their, you know, KJ's chats and were her mods and stuff then turned and after, you know, her behavior and started their own channels to kind of expose her. So, oh my goodness. Run the World 26.2. Thank you so much. Becoming, yes, smart move. It was when we were covering like the All About the Tea and the JY stuff and the Cheryl years ago when we were parroting and roasting that up, me and my friend Busy Blue, is when KJ slipped into the DMs and I was like, no, I don't want to talk to these people. But that's what it feels like. Lauren has become the equivalent to Katie Joy in true crime.
From his channel, I met my best friend, Denise Rainey. Love this woman to the moon and back. And she wanted to start her channel. So she was doing some true crimey type stuff, trying to figure out where she wanted to go with her channel. And she got this story in December of 2019 about these two missing kids, JJ and Tylee. And she said, oh, these two kids are missing out of Idaho. Oh, this is awful. And she brought it to me and our other friend and was telling us about it. And we're like, oh, gosh, that is awful. And she started making videos about it. And very quickly, we saw the very first appeal to the media by Kay and Larry Woodcock, talking about them, talking about the kids, and getting the story out. So, of course, you know, she pushed that and started researching, looking at the family. And she was starting to come back with some stuff. She's like, this is not just a missing kids case. This is some kind of weird religious cult thing. And I'm like, uh-oh. She's like, well, why don't you guys handle it on you know, Paul's channel, because it was a much bigger channel. And I'm like, I don't want to touch that. And Paul was like, yeah, no. Religious cults is not something we wanted to dive into because you can get into trouble with that. So Denise was like, I'm going to do it. I'm like, I'm here to help you. Let me know what you want. So I was helping her do research. I would go on her live streams with her a lot. And we were really doing it. We started working 10, 18 hours a day, covering the very early parts of the Valor Daybell case. And everything was going good for us. You know, obviously we were doing fine. The case was getting bigger and bigger and national attention, and more YouTube channels started popping up, which we thought was great. The more coverage, the better. Find those kids. That was the goal. And in June of 2021, Denise passed away unexpectedly from an illness. Kind of killed me. All right. Denise and I were joined at the hip. We were on the phone all day if we weren't online together on stream. And she was she was the woman I wanted to be when I grew up, even though I was older than she was. But I wanted to be her. She was just everything that exemplified wonderful in this world in my mind. And so losing her was a devastating loss for me. But I pulled myself together. Every time I talk about her, I start to lose it, even 5 years later. But after she passed away and after I got over the initial trauma of that, I decided I didn't want her work to stop. I didn't want it to go to waste. I didn't want her energy to stop. I wanted it to be flowing through my life always. So I took up the case. I said, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. So I start covering this case. And I'm doing the best I think I know how to, right? And I poured my life. The case became my life, day in, day out, every day. Court cases, hearings, trials, you name it, whatever was going on, I was doing it. One of the things I did every day was watch the court page. The court had a portal where every time there was a document, they'd upload it immediately. And I would refresh that thing every couple of minutes all day long, every business day that there was, because there were documents coming like crazy. Remember, there were 2 defendants, Lori and Chad, 2 sets of defense attorneys, and 3 really powerful prosecutors. We had Lindsay, Rob Wood, and Rachel Smith. At the end, we had all 3 of them. So there were documents everywhere, and I would get them. I would put them up on YouTube. I'd read through the entire document. I'd explain what the documents meant and what's going on legally. If I didn't have that answer, I would consult a friend that I had made. I made a friend who was a lawyer. Okay, it was great. And she was really generous with her time to come and answer questions for me or for anybody in chat. I could email her any time of the day or night. I could call her whenever I wanted with legal questions, and she would answer it for the case. And it was amazing. What a resource, right? If you're trying to do that. It was really nice. So she came to be a friend to me, and she started coming on streams with me, which was amazing. And I'm like, all right, this is going great. This is going great. We're providing really good, solid information to people following the case, because I've got all the coverage and the stuff, and she was over here giving all the legal interpretations. It was wonderful. This was before LawTube. LawTube wasn't a thing back then, right? We didn't have EDB and Lawyer. No.
Oh, damn. So this is before LawTube, Owen is saying. Is it Awen or Owen? Awen Reese is saying, Tanya says she's talking about Lori Hellis. So this is before Emily D. Baker, before LawTube really started. So circa 2019? Awen. Okay. Awen, thank you. I don't know what's wrong with me. Thank you, Larissa. Okay, so Awen is, I think, describing Lori Hellis.
And Brother Counsel and all of those great people. They weren't there back then. Nowadays, it would be a very different scenario. But back then, it was me and this woman friend that I had made who happened to be a lawyer, muddling through the best we could. And I was happy. But then LaurenMatthias came on the scene. Okay, I had seen Lauren around one of the Facebook groups. I can't say I liked her. I found her to be a little stuck up, a little arrogant, little, me. Case in point, I was doing an interview with Anna LeBaron. I don't know if you know who the LeBaron family is. It is a Mormon cult family who moved down to Mexico, and it's a whole story. If you're into studying cults, go Google the LeBaron family. And so Anna LeBaron had asked if I would be willing to interview her. And I jumped at the chance because, wow, we're doing this case. We're learning all about the LDS faith and Mormonism and the cults. And this is the perfect thing for me to have on my channel. And when I scheduled it with her and I posted it in the Facebook group, like, hey, I'm going to be interviewing Anna LeBaron. Here's the link to the live stream. Lauren came back with, I interviewed her before. Here's a link to my live stream. I was like, what? Dude.
Whoa. I got to hear that again. Owen, what?
On my channel.
So Owen, I'm saying it right?
And when I scheduled it with her and I posted it in the Facebook group.
Oh, you posted in the Facebook group. Where's Janice? Where's Belly Flats Janice?
Like, hey, I'm going to be interviewing Anna LeBaron. Here's the link to the live stream. Lauren came back with, I interviewed her before. Here's a link to my live stream.
Lauren, you poached her post? You dirty. And she wasn't even monetized. But I bet Lowen was. You poached her post. I did it first. Come check me out. That's so low down and dirty. And this explains, again, remember, Lauren describes other creators as her competition. Not as other creators, not as potential collaborators, as competition.
I was like, what? Dude.
All right, I get it. You're evil. Do we have to chat about it all day?
Does sound like her.
okay, good for you. I'm happy for you. That was your life, but this is mine now. But she kept jumping over me. I did it. I interviewed her first. Me. And it was like, that is the weirdest thing. I was like, that's weird. Who does that? You know, if I had interviewed someone and then somebody else went to say, hey, I'm going to interview, I was like, cool. I can't wait to see it. Right? You don't.
Yeah, because you're healthy. You seem healthy and normal, Owen.
I don't know. But right then I was like, this woman's not right. Okay. But she had decided around the same time to take my lawyer friend away and swoop her into her world.
Oh no, Laurie, you left Owen for Lauren. Ugh.
And this was becoming uncomfortable for me.
No, Laurie, say it ain't so.
And my lawyer friend used to come on with me a lot, and suddenly started coming on less and less, and was going over to Lauren's channel. I'm like, well, stuff happens, you know, people grow apart, and like, okay, that's great. She likes her better. Go play with her.
Aww.
And I was just doing my stuff. Yeah, not quite. Until one day, back to where I was talking about the court case.
Reminds me of another Ani DeFranco song. They told you your music would reach millions, that the choice was up to you. You told me they always paid for lunch and they believe in what I do. When she talks about everyone's a fucking Napoleon. And I wonder, will you miss your old friends once you've proven what you're worth? And I wonder, what is it? And I wonder, will you miss your old friends, what you've proven, what you're worth? Yeah, I wonder when you're a big star, will you miss the earth? Will you miss the earth? I know you'd always want more. I knew you'd never, ever be done, because everyone is a fucking Napoleon. Is a fucking Napoleon. Apparently, allegedly, Ani wrote that song possibly about Suzanne Vega. Remember, my name is Luca. Because Ani never sold out to a record label. She started her own Righteous Babe Records. But Suzanne got a big deal, and she was like, all right, will you miss your old friends once you've proven what you're worth?
Constantly refreshing the court documents, and I clicked a button and there was this new document up, and I grabbed it. It was called a 2211C 2011. I don't remember the exact designation of the document, but something like that. It was all numbers, 20211. I was like, oh, what is this? That doesn't have a title. What is this? And I read it, and I'm like, oh, this is a report to the court from the mental health evaluators about Lori Vallow's competency. Whoa. That's big. But I'm like, I've watched a lot of trials. I never heard this being public before. Huh. Right. So at that time, I was talking a lot with Justin Lum, and we used to always share documents back and forth. Whoever grabbed it first would just send it off to the other one and things like that. And so I'm like, dude, what is this? And he's like, I don't know if we should publish that. I'm going to talk to legal. So he goes to talk to his legal department. I'm like, probably a good idea. And I decided I'm going to talk to my legal department, which was my female lawyer friend. And I'm like, I didn't send her the document, but I said, I got this document. This is what I read. This is what the diagnosis apparently is. Is that something I can publish? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, fine. So I didn't, but we talked about the diagnosis, and wow, isn't that crazy? Look at all this stuff. We just had a normal person-to-person conversation about it, as you would. If you read a document, you're going to talk to someone about it. But I also talked to Mr. Mark Means about it. Now, at this time, my lawyer friend knew, don't let her tell you she didn't know, because she will try to do that. But she knew that I was talking to Mark Means. And you know what? Everybody knew about it, because I said so on my channel during my lives and videos. I wasn't hiding that from anyone. I also was not hiding it from the family. Every single person in the family that I was talking to at the time, which there were 5 of them, they were all told, by the way, I'm in communication with Mark Means. This is what we're talking about. This is why I'm talking. Okay, great. So they knew everything. All right. And they can tell you that if they want. They don't have to. Don't bug them. Do not bug the family, please. But if you go back and watch all of my videos around the time, you will see me saying, oh, I talked to Mark Means about this today. Oh, yeah, I called Mark Means about that. I was very open and honest about the fact that I was communicating with him. And I called him. I'm like, can I publish this paper? And he was like, what? Where did you get that? Who gave you that? Where did you get that from? And he thought maybe someone was leaking it from the hospital or something. I'm like, no, the court put it up on their website. And of course, his head explodes. Like, what? Because they're not supposed to do that. And they took it down, I think, like a minute or two after. But I got it. And Justin got it. And I think Nate got it too. And Nate even talked about having it. Right. So this is not a big secret thing. Right? If you do enough digging, you'll see that we all talked about this document. Nobody said what it was. Well, almost nobody said who it was. I didn't say anything. Nate Eaton didn't say anything. Justin Lum didn't say anything. Nobody said anything except, do you have a guess? Give me one guess. Dun, dun, dun. Hidden True Crime. They went live with the information about Lori's mental health evaluation.
Oh boy. Where is the journalism ethics?
Publicly.
They didn't ask any legal friends.
Right? They didn't get that document. I think Lauren said she did, but she did not. You know why? Because I know who did. Because they looked into it. They know who downloaded it. She did not download it. She got that information because I was talking to my lawyer friend about the whole thing, and my lawyer friend told Lauren, or Lauren got it out of
This is messy, messy, messy.
my lawyer friend, and they made it public on a live stream. On no planet is a psychologist supposed to discuss somebody's mental health evaluation with a court publicly on a live stream, especially giving his interpretation of the diagnosis and Lori's mental health issues when he's never evaluated her. You don't do that. Okay, you just don't. But somehow they managed to twist this all like it was my fault.
Ugh.
I'm like, I didn't make a live stream about it.
How would they twist it that it's your fault?
I'm not out here jumping up and down with Lori Vallow's mental health evaluation.
You're the one that was checking with people. You were hesitant about posting it. Like, can I do this? Is this ethical? Is this right? What's going on?
I didn't tell you to do it. In fact, I quite told you the opposite. You did it anyway. All right. Okay. But I got blamed for that. Right.
I just don't understand how she would get blamed for that.
And yes, I have had conversations with Rob Wood's office about that. And oh yeah, you're right. The court did put it up. Yep. Yeah. See? And Mr. Rob Wood's office investigators, who shall not be named because you don't need their names, you should know it anyway. But did I have anything on social media or YouTube or anywhere where I said the words of Lori Vallow's diagnosis? No. I'm like, then what are you doing? What are you looking at me for? Like, yeah, well, we heard blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm sure you did hear a lot of stuff. Why don't you talk to the people you heard it from? Yeah. So that was something that LaurenMatthias did to me. And that's a big, big deal.
Yeah.
Because not only was she lying to the public about my involvement in that, because I didn't do anything, she was using information that she knew should not have been used. And certainly Dr. John should have known he should not be using that. If you are a psychologist, you know better than to do that. What are you doing? But boom, getting that scoop got them a lot of views and a lot of money and a lot of subs.
That's all what it's about for them, guys. So why even lie about it? Like, that's what it's about for you. Why pretend that you have like this integrity, this journalistic? Come on.
Look at the information they have. Look at that. Wasn't that great? Oh God, yucky. And I would kind of bet you some money that LaurenMatthias, if she decides to push this issue, will blame it on her lawyer friend, our lawyer friend.
She probably
right
would.
Now, our both mutually ex lawyer friend. Oh. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I got pretty close to that lawyer friend, and what I'm seeing all these years later, hindsight is 2020, is that LaurenMatthias was manipulating this lawyer friend very hard, very hard. And that's why.
So she's saying that she believed that LaurenMatthias was manipulating Lori Hellis. That's the lawyer friend she keeps talking about. Very hard.
Some of the things happened that did. So I am not coming out hard on that lawyer friend, right? Some people are, whatever, that's your deal. But
Tanya, that's an interesting point. Tanya says it could have derailed the whole damn case. She could have caused a mistrial by putting out that information and the court's mistake of putting it out. But she just wants the clicks and views. She'll be like, no, as a journalist, I have to report it. I have to show that they put this out there for a second, even though I didn't find it.
right now, I kind of want to talk to her and be like, hey, I see what happened back then. Let's have a powwow. Let's just sit down and be like, yeah, wasn't that awful? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, me too. Okay, great. Hug it out. Kumbaya. Everything's great. That's my feeling about her at the moment. So for people that know who she is. But yeah, Lauren did that. They did that and they blamed it on me and then lied to the family about me and then lied to, oh, Mark Means.
Okay, so Lauren puts the information out, but still lies about this woman and says she did it. I wish maybe I missed it, but how exactly did she do that? Like, you did a video about it, Lauren. Are you saying that this woman, is she making the claim that this woman, or she made the claim that this woman put the information already out there? So it was already out there? Is that what she was saying in order to throw her under the bus, even though this woman saw the information because she was refreshing the court page, like she said, every minute, and then consulted some lawyer friends, Lori Hellis allegedly being one of them. And that might be allegedly, according to this woman, how the information got to Lauren. And then Lauren in OWENS, in her belief is that Lori Hellis was manipulated by Lauren. Okay, Tanya says, yep, bingo. Okay, I don't really know what I just said, but I think I get it. But holy shit, this really could be its own little docuseries of craziness.
Told her, no, he did not. He's not that dumb.
Oh, she said Owen got it from Mark Means, and Mark Means was the attorney for fill in the blank for me, guys.
So, yeah.
The lawyer friend cut off John's greatest ever. Yeah, the lawyer that cut off John's. I'll forever be a fan of Lori Hellis because of that. Forever. Oh, for Lori, Mark Means was the lawyer for Lori Daybell. For the first trial, Lori and Chad Daybell. Oh boy, that's a lot, guys.
Oh, there was that. That was a big problem. We were not all friends. I was friend with the lawyer who was friends with Lauren because I really didn't like Lauren from the start, the first time I met her. And that was just in text in a Facebook group. That wasn't even a meeting. And I was already like, no. Right. So
yeah,
part of the reason that Lauren poached that lawyer friend away from me and started all this.
Both said poached. But she poached your friend and she poached your Facebook post about your interview.
Was because I wouldn't play with her. Because I wasn't comfortable with her. I didn't like her. So then starts all these nasty rumors. The rumor started that Awen Reese works for Mark Means.
Awen. She just said it for me. Thank you. Awen Reese. Awen. All right. I have to write it down. Awen. I don't want to mispronounce her name. Awen.
She's helping Lori Vallow. Sorry, what? Okay. And they went heavy with that. And people believed them. And I'm like,
what?
So then
Lauren did this. I'm so sorry this happened to you, Awen. Oh, it doesn't surprise me, though.
Starts all these nasty rumors. The rumor started that Awen Reese works for Mark Means. She's helping Lori Vallow. Sorry, what? Okay. And they went heavy with that. And people believed them. And I'm like, what are you all talking about? You know exactly what I'm doing. They actually got to someone who was extremely close to me and had her say all this bullshit too. And that's a whole nother world of hurt that we'll go into some other day. But they were relentless.
It's dirty.
Absolutely relentless in pushing this and getting anybody to push it that they could. The Flying Monkeys aren't, someone asked who are the Flying Monkeys. It's lots of people. I can give you names of a couple of them that I figured out, but a lot of them are mostly just people who liked Lauren because Lauren would go on a live stream and say, so-and-so is mean to me, or Awen's working for the defense. Oh my God, she's lying to everybody. She's lying to the defense.
Wait, LaurenMatthias would go on a live stream and make these claims against Awen? How does this lady think she has a case at all, claiming that people are stalking and harassing her and putting out misinformation about people when she has done this about other people and other creators. Is that what you're telling me here, Awen? Did any of you guys in the chat see lives where Lori was saying this on a live about Awen?
Family, she's using you because she's helping Lori Vallow, and just spew all this bullshit, and they would believe it. And instead of thinking for themselves or doing a little digging, they would just come attack me. That's a flying monkey. People that will fly out into the world like the Wicked Witch sends them out of the tower and go do her bidding without any thought in their own head. That's a flying monkey. That is a term commonly used when discussing narcissistic abuse, because it's a very common pattern of behavior that narcissists employ. So, right, so what Mark means. Yeah.
God, this is so familiar to so many other narcissistic creators that I have parodied and roasted before. Is they get their followers and their subscribers, they weaponize them against people they don't like. And that's something I'm so against. I think that's just dirty. I think it's weak. I think it's showing that you don't respect people that follow you and your subscribers and their own mental health, to get people all up in arms and encourage them, even if it's not blatant, but through like, you know, this like sympathy grift and all that, to go attack other creators. I've always said, like, you protect your own peace. Don't ever go after anyone in the name of me. Even if you're somewhere and someone's like, Joleen sucks. Who cares? Let them say I suck. Who cares? It's not your job to defend me. But Laura, but I could see how, because I've seen the comments come over my way since starting to cover this.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
Ugh, I hate when people do that.
Yeah. Lori, not Lori Vallow. LaurenMatthias and her friend knew that I was talking to Mark Means because I wasn't keeping it a secret. Pretty much anyone who followed me knew. But they loved that because of the information they could get. They would, I mean, I have emails every day. You talked to Mark Means today? Huh? How's Mark? What's going on with Mark? What did Mark say? You talking to Mark? How are things going?
Wait, who's emailing her? This is just so much.
Lori, not Lori Vallow. That narcissists employ.
Okay.
So
narcissist employ. Got it.
All right, so what Mark Means, yeah.
Mark Means.
Lori, not Lori Vallow. LaurenMatthias and her friend knew that I was talking to Mark Means because I wasn't keeping it a secret. Pretty much anyone who followed me knew. But they loved that because of the information they could get. They would, I mean, I have emails every day. You talked to Mark Means today? Huh? How's Mark? What's going on with Mark? What did Mark say? You talking to Mark? How are things going with Mark? Like constantly fishing for information about things he might have told me. Okay, now I'm a bit naive. I'll give you that, but I'm not.
So Lauren Matthias and her friend, who's her friend? Is it Grayson? Is it one in the Seven Gatherers chat? We're emailing her every day. You talk to Mark? You talk to Mark? You talk to Mark? Or emailing her a lot about this?
That's stupid, you know? And also, Mark Means isn't that stupid. Okay? The one leak that he gave me to say, all right, here's a leak. You can publish this. You know what it was? It was that Chad Daybell got a jury summons while he was in jail. That was my big leak. And he scooped me himself. Jerk. He told me I could post it. Right? He said, okay, I'll send you the jury summon picture. Like, okay, and I'm waiting for it. And he puts it on Twitter before he sent it to me. I'm like, that's not how scoops work, Mr. Means. You're supposed to let me do it. Oh, sorry. So, you know, that was my relationship with Mark Means. It was comical, right? And farcical in that way. It was not some big, deep thing where I was trying to help Lori Vallow. That's absolutely ridiculous. Hold on one second. I need a drink.
So I don't know why she was talking to him. It looks like she just to get stories, scoops, information about the trial and that she's covering. I don't know. I really think that a lot of these true crime creators, we've talked about this previously, they just get too wrapped up in this to the point where it becomes very unhealthy.
Yeah, but that is the reason that it all started after the I forget because I've tried to record this like 4 times today. So now my brain does not remember. Did I tell you about the call with Kay Woodcock and that is why they got so upset? Or was that in the recording I did earlier? Chat, can you let me know? I don't remember if I said, I don't want to say the whole same thing all over again.
All right, Tanya said, Awen had only started talking to Mark with permission from Crush's family. She asked just to see if she could see if she could ask legal questions.
Again. Hold on 1 second. Let me wait for chat to catch up to where I am. There's a delay. No, I haven't. Okay. All right. When they released the mental health evaluation thing on their live stream, I lost my mind because obviously that's not supposed to be out there. What are you doing? So I called them all into a phone call. We did a group phone call with Kay Woodcock there too. Kay, and there was a couple other people and the lawyer friend and stuff. And I said, all right, listen, because anything I knew, Kay Woodcock knew, because I was not going to keep anything from the family. Not a single darn thing. So she was in that call because she was part of the people who knew about that document, right, and what was released. I said, listen, you cannot make that information public. That is not public information. It was released by accident. It's taken off the court website. We've heard from the attorneys. Do not put that information public, right? But the Matthias crew was so angry that I had dared to chastise them in front of Kay Woodcock. That is what started the entire mess. That's when they started. I think it was the next day they did the newsletter saying about some mysterious podcaster that works for Mark Means. Ooh, she's lying to the family. Dun, dun, dun. Like, really, really. But that's what we call narcissistic injury. When your ego or your image takes such a bruising in front of someone you are trying to love bomb, you're going to get mad. Right? And so that.
Oh, damn. Awen's got your number.
Boom.
Lauren.
Roasted.
She is well versed on the narcissist. Oh my gosh. She is reading you down.
Ooh, she's lying. Started
without having to go, according to my textbook. On page 17. Let me see here. It says. Okay. Which included Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, Batman, Henry as Clark Kent, Superman, Gal Gadot as Diana Prince. So clearly, point proven, without having to do any of that.
The entire mess. That's when they started. I think it was the next day they did the newsletter saying about some mysterious podcast. The Matthias crew was so angry that I had dared to chastise them in front of Kay Woodcock.
Oh, she was like, don't you dare. Allegedly, obviously. Lauren's like, don't you dare.
There
was a newsletter. Lauren, you got to stop writing so much. You write too much. You write too much.
What started the entire mess. That's when they started. I think it was the next day they did the newsletter saying about some mysterious podcaster that works for Mark Means. Ooh, she's lying to the family. Dun, dun, dun. Like, really, really. But that's what we call narcissistic injury. When your ego or your image takes such a bruising in front of someone you are trying to love bomb.
And boy, looking back and just me discovering this, it sure looked like Lauren and John were trying to love bomb them, the victims' families, only to then copyright strike them. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Chuck Anderson's granddaughter. That's cute. The cutie patootie. Chuck Anderson's granddaughter. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
You're going to get mad. Right? And so that's what happened. They were so angry that I may have tarnished, in their minds, their image in front of Kay Woodcock, that they decided I must be destroyed. They had just started to talk to Kay. I don't even think Lauren was talking to Kay at that exact moment. It was the lawyer friend who had just started talking to some family members. And Lauren was right there with her and then right behind. So, but the fact that they were going after the family, not going after to harm, but they were going after to get close to the family right when that happened, that hurt their chances. They thought. I didn't think it did. I'm just saying, hey, don't make that public. You know better than that. I told you not to do it. What are you doing? But in their mind, that destroyed their chance of getting close to Kay and Larry. I'm like, all right. And I have an email saying exactly that. How dare you make me look bad in front of Kay Woodcock?
Can I see it? I know in the beginning she said people want receipts, but I do want to see that email. I'm sure Lauren would strike you or try to strike you for like I don't know, somehow privacy complaint or something, even though I don't think she would win it. But maybe she posts the email.
I'm like, what? Why did I make you look bad? I said, don't put that information public. I was telling Kay too not to make it public. Nobody can make that public.
If Lauren did this, wow. I mean, I kind of think she did. I'll say allegedly because I haven't seen proof, but I mean, it sounds like a move she would do.
Public, you know that, but that was the big hurt. That was the initial injury, and when you have a narcissistic injury, they go a little cuckoo. Right, so that's what happened there.
They really do.
That's why it started, and it just snowballed from there. It never ever stopped. It never stopped. As many as I could tell, 100 people. No, I don't work for Mark Means. I'm talking to the guy. Right, he's looking at the big cult picture that the state didn't want to touch for a whole kinds of reasons, but somebody was finally looking at the bigger group of people around Lori and Chad and the cult. In my world, I wanted the cult to at least be exposed so they would stop before this happened again. That was my concern, and it's still going on to this day. Those people involved in that group around Lori and Chad are still doing the same shit today. Their little fireside chats and all that nonsense that brought about Chad and Lori. That's a concern. That's a problem for me. That shouldn't be happening. So yeah, Mark Means was interested in learning about the religious extremism and the different groups that were promoting it and all of that. And that was an important thing. I thought that was extremely important that somebody looked at that. I see a lot of Megan Connor coming up in chat. I haven't seen the woman. I know she's there. I know she's a Cox family member, Cox cousin, I believe.
So many Cox.
Yeah, I'm not interested in watching her. I know she's defending Lauren, probably because she's going to make a whole lot of money riding Lauren's coattails. That's my interpretation. That is my opinion. Allegedly. Get it? So there. That's what I think about Megan. But I don't know. I haven't really watched her videos. I don't think I want to. So yeah, that was the beginning of my life with LaurenMatthias on my ass. It was not fun.
So I'm just trying to silence people allegedly and trying to, police this true crime genre and especially this case because it was hers. It seems like she wanted to be top dog. Oh boy. So she's just constantly, silencing people. All the things that she claims other people are doing. It's just the shit that we find out she does.
I fought through that as long as I could, dealing with all these people coming at me, screaming at me. How dare you help Lori Vallow? How dare you lie to the family? You're a murderer just like she is. I'm like, oh my God. Right. And it was annoying.
Yes,
but then it got downright scary. All right. Then we started getting doxing threats, all kinds of death threats and emails. And it got to the point where I was like, I don't feel safe. Right now, Miss Pris over here sitting there in her live hour and I don't feel safe. Why? Because one person makes a mean TikTok about you because you were mean to them. That's a whole different ball game.
Get it?
Than having a Gmail box full. Have you ever had a Gmail box get full? I didn't think it was possible. It is full of people screaming at you and wishing your death and wishing harm to you because of a lie that somebody else made up. How is that possible? Right? How is that even possible? And it got worse because they didn't stop. They kept going. Because I was like, all right, I put out maybe the last 2 or 3 videos that you see on my channel were done under extreme duress. I was trying so hard to fight to just stay focused. There's a court document up. Read the court document. That's what you do. Read the words on the court document and keep going. And I tried. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. It was too much. It was too much. Because the second I'd put up a video, boom, all the flying monkey comments, and I would delete them as fast as I could, and they would just make new accounts and come back and come back and come back. And
I've seen that before. Thank you, Jane Doe, for becoming a member.
Yeah, there's a limit where you're gonna give up, So I gave up. They did not give up. Here's another story, and this is something else that LaurenMatthias did to me that hurt other people, and she didn't care. Okay. I got a call about a woman who was in a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, talking about having a recorded phone call with Melanie Gibb, wherein Melanie Gibb admitted to all kinds of stuff. And I was like, what? That got my attention. Melanie Gibb was one of my bugbears of this whole case. I still have issues with her, but I was like, what is this for real? Is this for real? I want this. I want to know. So I ran over to that. I was part of that Facebook group. So I jumped in there. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm reading what this woman is saying. And she's saying that Melanie Gibb had called her and had told her the whole story and had said some things that were shocking. And I'm reading this, and I called the person that owned the Facebook group. I'm not naming her name because she is family, and I will protect the family till my dying breath. Okay. But I called this person that owned the Facebook group, and I said, is this woman nuts, or is this for real? And I was told, oh, it's for real. I was like, okay, how do we know it's for real? She's like, you want to hear it? I'm like, you have the recording? Like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I want to hear it. Come on, let's go. And I heard the recording. And never in my life did my brain get blown like it did that night listening to that audio. And I'm thinking, does the state have this audio? Yep, they have it. And this woman is not in jail? She's like, well, the audio is useless because it was a one-party or two-party state or whatever, however that works. The woman recorded it without Melanie Gibb's permission, so they couldn't use it. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I will never be not mad about that. Never, ever, ever, ever. All right, so I get my hands on...
So who recorded Melanie Gibb? Is she claiming Lauren? And who is Melanie Gibb? I'm like, what? So someone recorded Melanie Gibb, but then couldn't use the audio. Is she claiming LaurenMatthias did? This part's confusing. And who's Melanie Gibb?
On this recording, and I listened to it a bunch of times, right? And it's 2 hours long. The second hour is just this poor woman telling her own story of her childhood abuse and this and that. None of that should ever be public. That is her. That's not Melanie Gibb. That's the woman who was recording it. That's really private stuff.
Got it.
Right. So it was like, didn't want to even listen to it. The first hour, though, was Melanie Gibb spilling the beans. All right. And I was like, oh, good Lord. That's kind of big. But I'm sitting on it and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I do not know what to do with this recording. And there were a couple people in my orbit who were jumping up and down telling me to publish it. I'm like, I didn't feel good about that. Sure, that would have been the scoop of the trial, right? The scoop of the case, to get this audio out and be the first one to do it. I didn't feel right. So I talked to some people in the family. How do you feel about this? They're like, yeah, probably not. Okay. And I talked to the person, the group where it originated from. I'm like, do you mind if I make a video about not the audio, but make a video about the audio? No, that's fine. Okay. So, and I got a lot of flack from someone in my own world. Like, why would you ask them first? Like, what? Why would you ask the family if you could do that first? Like, why wouldn't I ask the family? Why would you do that without asking the family first? Oh, you don't have to do that. They don't own you. You're allowed to do what you want. I'm like, yeah, no. Suddenly, this person that I relied on for a lot of advice and a support system was flipping the script on me. And I'm like, oh, the family comes first in all things, right? So that started a big fight in my own camp because some of the people were like, you don't owe anything to the family. You just do your stuff and they'll deal with it. I'm like, I was like, no. My entire channel is based on this case, which is about them. I owe them at least the courtesy of asking them first. Do you mind if I
got a live love bomb from Hype Man husband Chella Ren. Those who have been following me for a while remember that happens a lot during Big Brother. Now during True Crime, where he comes in and just yells that he loves me, which is terrifying and sweet.
do this? Right. That was the very least I could do. So I didn't put it out. I did not release it. I did a live stream talking about it. I had a few little snippets here and there. I made sure that the woman that recorded it, that her voice was removed.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I don't really know who she's talking about. I know you guys explained Melanie. Thank you so much.
Totally. Every time I came back with, that doesn't make sense. That's not even true. They would come back with something bigger, a bigger lie, a bigger story, a bigger spin, a bigger pile of garbage. Right. And then, unfortunately, the woman who had recorded it is, there is no nice way to say this. She is easily manipulated, very easily manipulated.
She's saying you're dumb. She's calling you dumb.
And so she got her head all spun around, all 6 ways from Sunday. That poor woman didn't know what was happening to
And this
her.
was becoming uncomfortable for me.
Right. And I tried to reach out to her and she was like, oh no. And I think she actually told me LaurenMatthias said I was evil or something like that.
What?
I'll have to go see if I can find that. That's an old phone that's been in a closet for 5 years. But if I can find it, that'd be great. But she wouldn't even talk to me at that point because of what Lauren had told her. And then, you want to get the best part?
Yeah.
Want to get the best part of this? Guess who interviewed that woman on their channel and acted like she was the one who discovered it all?
LaurenMatthias. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pick me. Pick me. Pick me. Is it LaurenMatthias?
And this was becoming uncomfortable for me.
Lauren goddamn Matthias.
Woo!
And I'm like,
What? You're terrible, Muriel.
Wow.
Dang, Lauren.
All right. So she spends a couple months making me look like an absolute lunatic for imagining this audio that doesn't actually.
We do need a chart. Carpenter in Florida, E.G. says, I wish someone would make a chart. Me too.
Exist and harassing this poor woman. This poor woman. Awen is so mean. Look what she's doing to this poor woman. Right? Just driving this home as hard as she can, and then turns around and interviews her like, hey, guess who I found? I just met some new friend. Oh, look at my new friend. My new friend has a story. Let's listen. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Right? So, but the meanwhile, yeah, sure, Lauren's getting the scoop and everything, and I am getting absolutely wrecked online by the people who believed her bullshit. The video of her interview with that woman, I downloaded it. I have it saved on my hard drive. I might just upload it. So there, I don't know.
Well, there.
If she took it down, I have it. I do have it. So I'll find a way to upload it where she can't strike it. I'll have to do some creative thinking on that one. But yes, I have it. But that poor woman was someone who really needed to be taken by the hand. I don't want to be mean to her, but let's just be honest. She's not the brightest person I've ever met. Okay. And I felt so bad for her, especially listening to
like, oh, you dumb. You're dumb.
Her story about her life and her childhood, that anyone would purposefully take advantage of her the way that Lauren did is so disgusting. It really is. Because anyway. So yeah. It was about that point where I said, I cannot fight back against this.
Drunk Liz is not old. The hidden, well, I saw, is it the same one that Everyday with Jay posted one and I saved it? Is it this one? Where is it? Is it this one? Because this, I'll have to start using this chart because this is like the everyone in LaurenMatthias's in the wake of her, you know, allegations. You got Christina Janice, so you got Ballet Flats, Christina, her stalker, quote unquote, Lindsay with the C&D and you can't stay at this Airbnb, Lori Hellis, attorney at law, and you got Liz with the drunk voicemail. Liz is beautiful. Voicemail Liz is gorgeous. She is not old. We got Sarah, crossbody Sarah, and dental Lori. So there was a little list. Okay, so that's the same one. Yeah, because I saw that on Everyday with Jay. I saw she posted that. I was like, oh, this is a handy list.
I can't. There was nothing
or a chart
that I could do. What was I supposed to do? Lauren showed that she was not above coming up with the most biggest, boldest, ridiculous, outrageous lies. How do you defend yourself against someone who would turn around and say that they saw me take off in a spaceship if they thought it would help them?
Mm-hmm.
You know, she would say anything.
True.
She would say anything to take me down. How do you fight against that? And the fact that she would say anything and all of her little minions would believe whatever she said and then come attack me for it. There's no way to fight against that. What are you going to do? Live a life of absolute misery because every time you turn on your computer, everyone on the planet is wanting to kill you?
It's very much like the big channel, you know, kicking the little people, you know, throwing their weight around was what it sounds like from AWIN. LaurenMatthias is doing, to the point where you break these little guys down so much that they're like, it's not worth it, and they'll disappear. Interesting, Lauren. Right? Drunk Liz looks fun. She looks like a good time. That's why I said I really liked her voicemail. Okay. At times I was, you know, when I was listening to it in real time, I was like, okay, could get a TRL, but then I was like, nah, this is funny. She's like, y'all remember me? Y'all remember me? Yeah, they're all gorgeous. You know, as I said, LaurenMatthias always fights with the pretty ones.
That's not fun. And she's going to sit there in a live stream and cry because she's being stalked. Girl, you have no idea what stalking is. Somebody making a TikTok or 50 because they're mad at you because you did something mean to them, that's not stalking. That's somebody being pissed off. You know how many TikToks or YouTube shorts do you see about women who broke up with their boyfriend and then they put videos of them, you know, lip syncing to songs about men suck, right? There are billions of them.
Where are these TikTok? I want to follow those. I'm in the wrong algorithm.
Those videos.
I want to follow the men suck lip syncing TikTokies.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's not stalking. That's somebody being pissed and trying to work it out of their system. Okay. So,
Get it.
But you know, I am not in the group chat with Christina, and I don't know what the Seven Gatherers is. I have never heard of Christina until I saw funny thing, when I first started watching the 9-hour video and she was talking about a stalker, I was like, oh, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she is being stalked. Oh, this is terrible. And you know who I thought it was? That little lawyer friend. That's who I thought it was at first.
That was Lori?
Because Lauren kept saying, well, I'm not going to say my stalker's name. I'm going to call her my stalker. And then she proceeded to say her name 2 or 3 times in the video. And then said, oh, I must edit that out. Oh. And she didn't edit it out. You think she was serious? Come on. She did that on purpose. That's how she does things. So yeah, those are 2 of the big things that happened that LaurenMatthias did to me. That court document thing. Well, 3 things. Saying that I was helping Lori Vallow's defense, and then the story of that woman with the recording of Melanie Gibb. Okay. Those are just 3 things. They are just 3 things. So yeah, I'm not going to give you receipts because I am not going to hurt the woman that recorded that call with Melanie Gibb. That woman does not need it. She doesn't. You know, and all of you flying monkeys, if you're listening to this, don't come at me screaming at me, well, if you don't have receipts, and it does not true. I don't care. I don't care what you think.
Rebecca says, Jolene's nicknames went viral. We're good for making up a nickname over here. We really are. Okay. We get some good ones over here. And it's not necessarily on purpose. I just really like nicknaming. So, and I like Hella Excited Utterance, how they call her Gray Bay. I can't claim that one. That's a good one. I call her Pound Puppy Grayson, but Gray Bay Pound Puppy. That's a good one. But it's just, God love it. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of that video by AWIN. I subscribed to her because I do want to hear her other lives and what she has to say. Again, this is my first introduction to her, I think. Her name looks familiar, but maybe it's because I'm thinking of Awesane. It's like I don't know where my brain is. I'm like, AW, okay, whatever. So that was Monkeys and Bull. That wasn't even her first video about it, was it? She's got multiple lives. So my story. So that was the My Story, LaurenMatthias Hidden True Crime. Maybe tomorrow we'll take a look at the Monkeys, Bullies, Haters, Oh My. And then she has a HTC Fallout dealing with the aftermath. I think tomorrow we'll take a look at that. You guys, you're not AWIN. You're Awesane. Oh, she rescues feral kitties. Oh, thank you for your service, AWIN. Thank you. That's so sweet. Her voice, it is a good voice. It's a very rich voice. It's a very like coffee and a cigarette. Like she just drank just the right amount of coffee and smoked just the right amount of cigarettes. She didn't go too far where it's like, rah, rah, rah. It's like a nice, like she's got a nice, rich, warm voice. It's smooth. It's like a whiskey, something, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll go over that and more tomorrow. So make sure you guys have your notifications on. But I did make some lives tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. We'll be going live to talk about more things that spike our dopamine. Oh, hello, producer Cordelia. Thank you for showing up at the end of your shift, you little sweetie. Look at this little prushy bear. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. We were just talking about feral cats. She's like, I am not feral. But she did get a new little, can we show him your little collar? Let's show him your Christmas collar. Can you see it? Kind of. It's got a little bow. Sorry, I know you don't like that. I'm sorry. Let me put you down. She's like, don't touch me. Sorry. Don't lift me. But it's so cute. It has little cookies on it. I think it's, oh no, it's little mice and peppermints. Okay. She's had it. She's like, girl, you can pet me. But that's it. All right. Thank you guys so much. Smash that like on your way out. Again, if you are on Instagram, find me at Joleen Lunzer. We have a goal of getting to 10K followers on the Instagram. Comment after the video post. Shout out to all of my super chatters today. Thank you for your patience as I took some days off, but we're back. We're back and we're having some fun. So until next time, you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you